kidding. I had to hold that longer because Dale wasn't ready to go. I'm, though, am ready as can be. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as the guy not ready. But we also know him as the 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboy, and he's unfollowed the show. He's like De'Aaron Fox. He loses, he unfollows the show. Dale Hellestrae, everybody.
First of all, they're the Cowboys. Second of all, I will give it a bit of advice to everybody.
Did I not say the Cowboys?
Who knows Steve McCollum. He's not the guy you call if you need somebody to come bail you out of jail, because he doesn't respond when it's after 8:30, when it's after the bewitching hour. And so I sent him a text last night, important, needed a response.
Really?
I get it here
Could have Googled
when I
it.
come in at 8 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting in jail all night, and Steve's sleeping like a baby.
Yeah. Dale walks in and I go, oh, yeah, by the way, they lost. Well, I was going to respond to you at 5 o'clock this morning, but I figured it was early.
Yeah,
Really quick, before I tell this story, guys, you have a picture in your email. Check your junk folder. I sent it from a different email. We can get that ready. Well, because I sent it from a different email.
Okay.
Phone, so
all right.
Dale's prepreparation was, hey, I got something for you last second. Here you go.
Yeah, well.
Deal with it.
I just thought it's because of my family. You throw
So-
shit in a junk folder.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
9:30 p.m. last night. Rattlers game gets over. I'm driving home. No, Dale, I was rescuing the beautiful Autumn car from the side of the road.
What?
Yeah, that's why I didn't respond to you. So now, do you feel like a jerk now or what? Yeah. Jerk.
Well, yes, I do, if that is in fact true.
Well, I wasn't really rescuing her. Earlier in the day.
It's 9:24, by the way.
Sorry, yeah.
Don't be my dad when he was alive. Get home at 9:35. Why are you out till 10 o'clock?
No, so yesterday I texted Autumn like noon, and I was like, "Hey, you want to leave early and go like get a lunch before we go? Rattlers game start at 4:30. You know, we got to leave by 3 o'clock anyway to get over there and to park now. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about it at all. But they fill up that parking lot with a lot of cars. If you're late, it's full. Then you got to park like a mile away. I ain't walking that. I'd rather drive back home than walk that and everything. And so, so it's like, you got to get there early. Well, I don't hear from her. So I'm like, whatever. So then I get this text and go, oh, you can come by whenever. And I was like, come by and get me whenever. I was like, all right, cool. Because she was lending her car to her daughter,
Okay.
her 60-year-old daughter. Then I see this text. I was told my car's sitting on the side of the road, hit a construction sign, so I got to drive down there. So she drives down there and does it. And then I just get a text like an hour later that goes, hey, I'm home now, so we can leave whenever. Then we have to leave. We have to leave at this time anyway. So I'm like, all right. So I go pick her up. Yeah. I'm like, the car's not here. Interesting. So she's telling me this story. Yeah, her daughter, 60-year-old daughter, newer driver. She just let her loan her car because she was driving someplace else, farther away. So instead of driving her old Bug, she was driving. She says she had construction signs. And I'm like, so where's your car at? Like, does she still have it? No, it's still there at the place where it broke down at. She was able to pull into a parking lot. I'm like, what? So she was explaining. So afterwards, after the game, I was like, why aren't you getting it towed? Or she was like, it's Sunday. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So we go to the game and everything, it gets done. And I'm like, do you have your keys? So we go over there and look at it. Oh, this car is just not running at all. Like, I'm like, we'll just drive. It's like a mile from, I'm like, we'll just drive to my house. That way it's at least my house instead of parked publicly, and something can happen to it or get towed or whatever. So that's what I was doing, Dale. And it wouldn't go, so we had to call AAA on the moment. By the way, Sunday night's the time to call AAA. I mean, they were there in like 10 minutes.
Yep.
10 minutes. And we're like East Mesa. Like we're out by, the airport. We're past the airport out there. Like the dude was there in 10 minutes to pick up the car. And take
So hold on. You need to be more explaining.
Okay.
That didn't make sense, but you know what I meant. You need to give us more explanation. It's better English. Because she hit the sign, the car stopped running?
No.
Or...
Okay. Well, I kind of left that out because we don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you what happened because there's construction all down this road she was driving on, and there's like it's just like construction sign, and then there's like 4 missing and like exploded, and then there's more construction. Like those pillars that stand up or whatever. But
Yeah.
whatever she did, um, it's a Hyundai Sonata. I'll just tell you guys, and it did damage underneath it, and all like the dashboard lights are on, front collisions on. The car doesn't look that damaged, but obviously something. So I did a Google search because I try to drive it, and it's like the whole way when you go to accelerate, it's like, and I'm like, that's weird. That's like it's automatic braking, because of the collision or whatever. So I
Right.
pull in, I Google it, and it says right there. Goes if I said, this button, this light's on, all the dash lights are on, and front collision's on, and it instantly comes up and goes, there's a wire underneath your car that's been broken. So your automatic brakes are coming on because that's exactly what it's doing. You'd accelerate and it would brake really hard. So I didn't want to drive it home. Obviously, it caused more damage, so had to call that. But Dale, that's what I was doing last night. So kids, they don't admit to what they do.
No, but again,
She's 16.
I come in on a Monday morning. Again, kind of a hectic weekend.
That's what I was doing.
And that warms my heart, Steve, that you actually helped out Autumn. I will forgive you of all the bad things that I was saying last night.
Yeah.
And this morning.
And then, to be fair, I was dealing with that. Autumn was not in a good mood about it. I had to I had to be careful there.
Yeah.
And everything. And then I was watching that the main fight. I was paying attention to UFC all night last night. I missed one fight I got to go back and watch, even though I know who won. But I was watching that final fight last night also while that was happening. And then when I got home, I was finishing watching that. And then I'm not going to lie to you. I just went and crashed. I didn't even look at my text or phone or anything. So I didn't even know you texted.
It's a long day. No worries.
Yeah, so now you feel bad, huh?
I don't feel bad because 99.89% of the time you're not helping somebody when you don't respond.
No. I just happened last night. I had an excuse. Normally I don't.
Oh my God! What a weekend this weekend! I did not watch the fight. At the White House. Hear all the instead of just saying with good fight, bad fight, everything's political.
I know it's so.
But I did hear one of them was like the bloodiest fight that anybody's ever seen, and
the final fight, man. That guy's face was rearranged.
And there's some controversy on the doctor said he can't fight anymore, and
his eye was all.
Was that the Gaethje fight?
Yeah, the kid from Safford, Arizona. He won again. Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Born in Tucson, raised in
Safford.
I think Safford as well. So Ethan says sounds like you getting a flat on the side of the road. Yeah, exactly. Except I was helping somebody else and not just me this time.
No, I will not forgive Steve for not being able to change a flat tire.
I don't have oh my God, Dale.
But to help his girlfriend out.
The towing guy shows up,
because are you the guy?
No, I'm in the car, just sitting there. And I'm like, this guy's going to instantly think that, I'm like, I want him to blame her for this accident, not me.
Steve.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting in the car. No, but the thing that cracks me up about tow people, I've had a couple of them lately, is they get out of the car and they just what's wrong with the car? Oh, it's not running right. Well, what's wrong? You're going to be able to fix it? Just load it up and get it going, buddy.
Maybe he could have gotten underneath it. Maybe the wire just needed a little click.
It was dragging stuff. It was It was Dale. If it was just dragging something, I would have just forced it all the way to my house so I could at least sit there before it gets done today and everything. But no, it was a mess. It was not a safe thing to drive. But I'm sitting there and they always get out and they're always like, oh, what's wrong with it? Oh, really? Oh, and they're talking to you. Dale, he goes behind her, he's taking pictures and he goes, oh, it's your problem. It's a hybrid. Oh. And then he goes, and I go, yeah, you think that's the problem? All the electronics on it. I go, that's the problem. All the electronics on it. And he goes, no spare, huh? I go, yep, no spare. I go, just like my EV right here, no spare. And he goes, yeah. He goes, oh, yeah, be amazed how many people I tow that don't have spares. And I go, yeah, you just did it a month ago for me, Tiger. I know. You're welcome for keeping you employed. But he did say that. It was pretty funny. And I was like, you jerk. Dale, I'm like, Dale texted you, didn't he? Dale texted you, didn't he?
Steve didn't respond, so I'm texting AAA.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. And then, like I said, I watched the end of that fight, and then I don't remember anything after
No,
that.
that
You're welcome.
I-
You're welcome. And I was courteous enough to not text you at 5 o'clock this morning when me and Ethan were.
I leave my phone in my office, and sometimes I think about that because, like,
Wait, so what if I'm in jail and I need you?
After 10:30, you're out of luck.
You're giving me a hard time. You at least have a chance of me waking up around 1 in the morning and seeing it.
Tail's been in jail for 3 hours.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, all right, hopefully.
I don't want to wake him up.
I'll go. You know what I'll do? I'll wake up at 1 in the morning and be like, oh, Dale's been in jail for 4 hours. Oh, he's probably learned his lesson by now. I'll go bail him out.
I'll bail him out in the morning on the way in.
I'll leave a little early.
That's fantastic.
No, but seriously, that's what I was doing. But yeah, that's why I didn't respond to you.
Okay.
But the Rattlers did lose.
I don't know. You always get the show in order and all that. I don't know where you want to start, but you were telling me, because I haven't followed the IFL as close as I have because I don't
We'll talk more Rattlers tomorrow. Just let everybody know. We'll do it generally today, but Coach said some things in the press conference I want to talk about with you specifically and stuff. So,
okay.
But no, what we got? They lost by 1 point yesterday. It was an infuriating game. It was fun, but infuriating because penalties snuck in.
A lot of penalties.
Oh, you when you scored 2 touchdowns and two of them are called back because of holding penalties.
Is this Arizona?
Arizona route, yeah.
Okay.
Including the one to win the game at the end. And then you missed a couple field goals, including the game winner after the touchdown.
Was that a field goal or extra point?
It was a field goal. Well, a field goal was blocked. An extra point was blocked too. But that's blocked.
Yeah.
So there's the controversy, not controversy. And I asked Coach this yet. We'll talk about it tomorrow because I'll have the videos and stuff. But here's what basically happened. A couple weeks ago in the New Jersey trip, their center got hurt, out for the season. And he was playing well. New center's in there. And I hesitate because I don't want to put it all on him, but it's going to sound like I'm going to. And I asked Coach this yesterday, and we'll talk about it tomorrow when I got the videos. I'll cut up. But I asked Coach, what's the chemistry like and everything? But it seems like snaps are a little off now, like Drew's got to move a little bit, it's not straight into his arms, it's not hard. Extra points are being blocked, this one, field goals are all of a sudden being missed. And in the IFL, you don't have a long snapper that goes in. It's the same guy.
Right.
Same guy. All of a sudden, I know he's missed field goals all year long, but everybody does. It's a small window. But I just feel like I'm not, like I said, it's not about putting it on the kid, but something's happened with this offensive line. Because the other two guys are the same, and even they're starting to struggle a little bit. So it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Offensive line, the problem is on the offensive side of the ball, not the defensive side of the ball, which is weird because the defense is all new except Merriweather's back. He's been back the last couple games, but
you hold a team to 36, 37 points, just like you hold a baseball team to 2 runs.
You should win. Yeah, and they should have. Yeah. I mean, they had 2 touchdowns called back because of stupid holding penalties.
Do they show the replays? Do you think they were legitimate holding calls?
They were legit.
Okay.
Yeah, they were legit. They show the replays, but it's hard to see where we sit. So I have the game up on the computer so we can, because then it's delayed by whatever it is, 10, 12 seconds, like a play behind basically. Mm-hmm. So you're able to watch the replays and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a good game. I mean, Fisher's freight, Dixie Wooten, who's a longtime coach in this league, won championship in Bay Area, was down in Tucson for a little bit. He's just a possession guy. That's what I was telling you. It was interesting. Because usually I get a little bored at the IFL games because I know, and it sounds weird to those of you that watch sports, and I know I'm going to sound weird here, but there's something to this.
You're going to sound like old man, get off my lawn.
But I've always been this way, even when I had season tickets to the Rattlers 20 years ago. You score, if everybody's scoring every second play of their drive, you get a little, all right. It's 98-89.
I was gonna say I've been to a couple of those games,
and it does get to a point where you're just like, are we gonna play defense out there? Anything gonna happen? It's exciting, but at the same time, you just get kind of like, all right, what else are we gonna see? This game yesterday was just an old fashioned. Dixie likes to run the football. He likes to possession the football. There was 4 total possessions in the first half, 2 for both teams. and it was just ball control the whole way. Not that that's exciting necessarily, but just went by quick because every play mattered and stuff to that effect. It was an interesting. It was just it's a different dynamic with that style of football. Let's put it that way than what you're used to in that league. So it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I had the UFC on. We had the hockey game on as well from that side. But um, it's amazing the different styles that happen
The indoor
in the
football league.
IFL. Yeah, I mean, like on the eastern side, they play more zone defense. Then you play more man out here and more complex defenses here than on the West Coast than on the East Coast. It's an amazing dynamic between all these teams, and I don't know, I guess it's fun. But we'll get into specifics
Yeah.
on what Coach said yesterday because
How many
um,
losses is that for the Rattlers
4. They lost the Fishers twice this year.
now? And again, I'm not following as closely, obviously, as you do. Fisher's Freight, you said it's kind of an average
Well,
team
no,
in the
so
East?
they're actually really good. They have a good team. The East is that good. Green Bay just locked up a playoff position like last weekend.
Okay.
It's early, folks. It's early.
There's still like 5 games
Yeah,
left.
and
aren't there?
they wrapped up a playoffs. The East is so good. The Fishers in the West would probably be one of the better teams if I had to guess.
Okay.
But they play that different style of football, that run control style of football. So if you're able to score above them, like Green Bay and those school teams are supposed to do, they'll make the Rattlers are going to make the playoffs. Now they only have one. The thing about the IFL is they just rotate, churn guys left and right. Like last weekend, 2 teams got new quarterbacks. Whether trades or they just pick somebody up,
Right.
and then they go out and win with the new quarterback. And they were struggling beforehand. So the IFL, if you look at it now, they only have one good team left on their schedule. If you look at records, and that's San Diego at San Diego, July 4th weekend. Other than that, they got like Sugar Skulls this weekend. Not a good team, but they've made changes, so you have to prepare for them differently.
Right.
They can still beat you and stuff. So it's not like the NFL where you go, oh, we're going up against the 1-11 Cardinals this weekend. It should be an easy win for us. Because they did literally would turn over half the roster in a week, just trying to change things up, and they just discard these players like they're roadkill.
Well, guess what? They don't have to eat $50 million in salary cap. But...
Well, that's the thing. So I heard, because I was always curious about this, and it's been kind of a quiet secret. I think $250 is the average game day check for a IFL player. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, I think it was more than that.
That's the game day one. Don't they get paid during the week and stuff?
Well,
too,
they
for
get
DMs?
room and board.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they get them apartments.
But
or
I
whatever.
thought it.
Okay.
thought
I
it
could
was
be
more
wrong
like-
on that.
I thought what I had heard a couple years ago was about $1,000 a game.
Because that seemed low to me too. But then I was like, well, that might just be, or maybe, but they only get paid once a week. So $1,000 would be for the whole week. Because then I started thinking like, well, maybe that's just like their weekly deal, and then the game day's different. Or
Well,
something.
the thing that again, this is just what I heard.
Yeah,
through
like I
the
said,
grapevine a couple years ago.
don't go by what I said.
No.
It was said to me.
I heard about
flippantly.
$1,000 a week for the average guys. The
Okay.
better guys, all of a
more.
sudden you get a little deal on the side, and you
Yeah.
do a commercial, an appearance, or whatever, and
Yeah.
things like that. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, you might. Yeah. Because I was like, that's way too low.
$250 could go on the corner and probably make that.
Well, that would explain why guys will start playing in this league and then just leave it. 'Cause they're like, I make more money doing something else.
Yeah.
Things, but like I said, it was said kind of offhand to me on the side, with kind of like a smile, and I was like, wait, that can't be right. But that's obviously not a weekly deal, so that's where I started thinking like maybe that's the game day rate, but then they get more for practice during the week. But I don't know. I was
Right.
fascinated by that. So we'll get into that. But Rattlers lost. Now Richard Oprah asked Coach if do you have to win out, and he's like, oh, I don't think we have to win out, but yeah. They have teams they should beat. San Diego on the road is going to be tough. But yeah,
How's old
got
Richard
teams.
doing?
Good. I didn't get to talk to him much yesterday.
A lot of people up in the media.
Yeah, we had to sit in the we got there an hour early, and we still had to go sit in the overflow section.
Really?
Which I don't mind because it's just us over there. It's like 4 people over there and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't mind at all. Different perspective. And everything. But yeah, so I didn't get to talk to him much yesterday. He always comes in and says hi to me though. He goes, Where you sit at? Like he's like, Where you been? Got a bug flying around.
So do I.
You have one too?
I don't know what happened over the weekend here, Ethan.
They either didn't empty the trash cans,
Yeah.
or I think it is, the weather we're having.
Humidity.
Like gnats and stuff, or like, this humidity, let's get inside.
I say let's blame it on Ethan.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So that was my Sunday night. UFC, helping Autumn, missing Dale's text. Hockey. Obviously, we got 2 new champions here. Told you on Friday, I was pretty confident that was going to happen, Dale.
I've not looked at stats or history or whatever, but a team to lead in all 4 losses by double digits.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, I got a stat for you on that we'll talk about coming up here.
That was crazy. I guess I'm happy the Knicks won because I did not want the Spurs to win, but I wanted another game. Because now it's
the dog days of summer.
Now it's the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. And making stuff up about football. Which, by the way, we're going to be ranking our teams on tomorrow. We're going to be ranking our NFL teams.
We're going to put out our first power rankings?
Yes, tomorrow. It's the time of year where you go, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
So we'll announce either tomorrow or Wednesday our schedule for the next couple months as well, because of that issue and stuff. So we'll announce that tomorrow or Wednesday for everybody. So you guys will have an idea what we're doing the next couple months. But first, Flash Gordon says, "Yo, Steve," on the text line, 623-252-6670. Of course, hit us up on X as well, TME Sports Show, or on the YouTube chat as well. We'd join the conversation. He says, "Yo, Steve, I get tired every year talking about Arizona sports teams and the constant losing about how about mixing in some Phoenix Flames Major League Pickleball talk." Right, so we can talk about them losing too? Here's the thing, like I listen to a lot of like radio in like Chicago and Dallas, and everybody feels this way, man. Everybody's like, our team sucks. We can never win around here. We never do anything right. Fire the manager. It's everywhere, folks.
Well, I did hear something that I got a real big kick out of. In 98.7, the afternoon show is Gambo and Burns. Burns and Gambo.
Yep.
And Gambo was talking about, you just don't know the feeling of finally winning a championship in your lifetime, 53 years for the Knicks. And Burns goes, I was born and raised in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I do know that.
It cracks me up. It cracks me up how people are like, oh my God. Because it's been 53 years since the Knicks won. And everybody's like, I never thought I'd see this day. What do you think we're going to be saying? Like, when somebody wins it.
Well, we're not going to see it. Well, I'm not going to see it. You may see it if you hang on for dear life.
No, I'll come. I'll be like all those Chicago Cubs fans that were going to like their dad's graves and stuff when they're like Game 7 or whatever it was, and they're like people like documented. They'd go to like where their parents are buried and have a radio and listen to the game outside their grave of their parents, because they lived their whole life without the Cubs winning, and giant Cubs fans. And that'll be Ethan with me. Hey, Pops.
1968.
Suns did it.
I was 6 years old. The Suns became a thing. I'm now fixing to be 64.
Yeah.
And the Suns still haven't won a championship.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I just stress here is a lot of markets go through this. The rarities of New England, the rarities of the Spurs. Those are the Steelers at one point in the NFL. I know. Kind of like gnats flying around.
Come on, Ethan.
The reality of the Steelers back in the day, like the Cowboys' 3 Super Bowl runs. This doesn't happen that often. And every fan base complains about this, is all I'm going to say. Now, it doesn't go 53. What are we, 58 now?
With the Suns?
Yeah.
68 to whatever we are now.
Yeah. Because they were 53 and we're more than them.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that coming up, unfortunately. So what'd you do this weekend, Dale?
What did I do this weekend?
Oh, I know what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, Ethan goes, I would not go to your grave if the Suns have a chance with the cup. I'd be at the game.
Ethan, those tickets will be expensive. You might want to check your dad's will.
Don't tie back on that one, Ethan. Do not tie back on that one. Yeah, but what'd you do? I know you went to good old downtown Mesa on Saturday. I didn't get a text, didn't get the invite.
Mason, well, again, it was more enjoyable than I thought. My granddaughter, 4 years old, back at her dance troupe, performed, and it was about an hour and 20 minutes. I had no idea what to expect. I walked in there.
Yeah, it was your first time. You
mentally prepared for like 3 hours of a bunch of little kids going out there. It's like it was, and I told my son-in-law Scott, I said, "This is kind of like watching T-ball when the kids are like 4 and 5, and you have to cheer for them hitting a ball off the tee.
Yeah, even if it goes 2 inches.
Yeah,
yes, you have to cheer.
And
yeah,
but I will give them this credit. It was completely entertaining, great music. It went from 4 years old to seniors in high school, and you can obviously see the different. The difference in talent level. It was very entertaining. It was quick. Boom, 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 boom. We're there an hour and a half.
Oh, that's it.
Got out of there.
Usually it's like an hour and a half intermission.
Yes.
Another hour and a half.
Now, an hour and a half, and we're out. And I'm like, oh,
that's not good.
I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
You guys have the picture. Throw it up here. Let's see this. Let's see this cuteness. And I don't mean Dale.
Yeah. Well, I make the picture. Don't I?
I like how Scott's hidden in the shadows in the background there.
So that's my little granddaughter Beckett in the dress. She did fantastic.
Did she mess up? Did she like?
So she's 4, so she's in the 3, 4, 5-year-old category.
By mess up, I mean kids at that age. They know the routine, but they're unsure of it. So then they're looking at their coach, or that's what I mean by mess. I don't mean As I
am a pretty harsh critic of my family. Both my daughters were good basketball players, not great. Beckett did the best of her troop.
Okay. Good.
She knew the routine.
Yeah.
She practiced at home. I had to watch it at home.
Yeah, she's seen it 1,000 times.
And it's just funny when you see that age, because half of them participate.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The other half are like looking for their mom.
I shouldn't have used the term messed up, but that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
And so obviously everybody's proud of her.
Yeah.
And all that.
Nice little dress. I like it.
And that's my crew. That's my 2 daughters, my wife, and son-in-law.
Well, you got to. Yeah, I mean, they all do. I mean, your wife looks like she's one of your daughters right there. I mean, you got to tell which one. The one on the right is Brooke.
Yes, and guess what? I attribute her youthful looks to the easy life she's had with me, because I'm so sweet, kind, and wonderful.
Because you were in Dallas 6 months out of the year for most of it.
Kind and wonderful and sweet.
Where's the grandbaby at?
Grandbaby. Hillary should have her.
Oh, does she? Oh, she might be holding her.
Or might be holding her, or she's in a little bassinet just south of
the picture. Okay, yeah.
She slept through the entire thing.
Oh, that's a great
Even Avery was wonderful. So
yeah, that's what they do there. So yeah, I know that picture.
I was expecting to have to walk a mile. We were driving up. There's
parking garage right next door. Or do you park on the street?
I have secured a handicap parking placard.
My parents have one of those, and it is fantastic.
My
dad just pulls right into the front, and we get out.
I only use it every once in a while. I used it Saturday night.
Fight the urge, Dale. My dad was that way too, and now my dad's like, bloop, let's go.
If there's a decent parking spot, I won't use it.
To the point, Dale, where I get out of my dad's truck when he drives and we park there, I limp. Just so people don't be like, look at that healthy guy.
Yeah, because that sucks when you see somebody pop out of a truck with a handicap and go, he's walking better than I do.
I know, but my dad gets out, and everything, and he's fine. But then I get out, and I'm like, oh. You got to find it. I get it if there's something closed because you want to leave it for somebody else.
Yes.
But pop that bad boy up on that thing.
And so, but getting off we turned on to Center Street from, I think it was
the 202 over to.
No, they 101 all the way to something. Then we came back north on Center Street.
Oh, okay. So you went that way. Okay.
I just followed maps.
Yeah.
And,
No, there's nothing wrong with that way.
But there's a big church, and they
Yeah,
had something going on.
That's the temple.
something-
Yeah, the Mormon temple.
Okay, so something's going on there. And I'm like, there's so much traffic. I'm like, oh my gosh.
If that's got something there, yeah, you're gonna be stuck in a lot of traffic down there.
But we found a decent parking spot.
Maybe they were headed to the my lawyer's office right there.
Right
you,
there?
You were a block away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could have parked in their parking lot.
They do have a parking garage right there. You would have had to walk a little bit farther.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I got to park in the McCollum Memorial Parking Garage. Well, I don't know why it'd be a memorial yet.
not yet.
I'm still around, but the McCollum Parking Garage.
Grandpa McCollum.
Well, named after Grandpap.
But it ended up being.
That's a beautiful place to do it at too. Normally,
Yes.
when I have to go to that, it's like high school gyms,
yeah.
Higley Performing Arts, like those smaller performing arts center. That's a big venue. They do professional
Performances there.
plays and stuff there. Yeah.
No, it ended up being a lot more enjoyable than the whole 15-minute drive.
Yeah,
there.
but that was it 50? You drive slow.
45 to 50.
Yeah.
Shut
Well,
up.
just to get on the freeway from your house is a long way to go.
Well, 51's closed
Yeah,
for a
so you have
little
to do
bit,
all that,
and so you have to
yeah.
go around. Anyway, it ended up being a fantastic
So
day.
what you're going to experience next as they go through this is then they're going to do. Now you're going to have to go to like these every 3 times a month, and then it's the same dance every time, and you see the same dance over and over and over and over. They don't change it for every place, Dale. So that's what you got coming your way is every weekend, every other weekend, you're gonna be watching the same dance every time.
Graham's sitting next to me, and Hillary brought him a coloring book and all. I didn't think he's gonna be interested. And all of a sudden, the music started, and they had some good music. They had from some Disney movies, and then some hip hop, and it was really entertaining. And after the first dance, Graham goes, I don't want to color anymore. I want to watch.
Well, that's good.
Way to go, boy.
That's good.
And
then you get to the ones, and then like an hour behind. So you're like,
everything went smooth. My first experience in this era.
They set you up, man. You're set up for that. Next one, you're gonna be like, this could be easy.
And as we're talking about this, I think so. Graham was pretty well behaved. We told him the whole time, hey, your sister comes to watch your baseball games, your football games, your
I still have that conversation with Ethan and Ireland.
So
hey, he goes to your stuff. You go to his.
Yes, and you got to be supportive. And all of a sudden, I hear out of my 6-year-old grandson's mouth that there's a group out there not Beckett yet, and he goes, Papa, they're adorable. I'm like,
wow.
Boy, oh boy, you're a Hellestrae through.
We need to get this kid some.
He's overcome Steve McCollum.
Adorable.
He's overcome.
No kid should be that cute.
That's so adorable.
Yeah. I expect him to be like, Pop, this sucks.
Yeah.
She was terrible.
Yeah.
That group was bad.
He-
Like really loud so the whole gym hears it.
We tried to get him to use indoor voice. Then I realized even Kendall's voice carries. I'm like,
Kendall can't be it.
I think it's just the Hellestraes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're standing outside as more and more my wife Brooke and Kendall went and got Beckett to bring her out. So we're standing out there, and all of a sudden I'm just watching Graham, and he's looking around. I go, Graham, what's going on? He goes,
Uh-oh.
that girl's really pretty.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. See, when you said he wanted to watch the dances, I was like, nah, I know why you want
that girl's really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm like, I said, give me knuckles, big boy.
You're encouraging. No. Yeah, that's how they get you. Graham.
That's how
That's how they get you.
So it ended up being an hour and a half, and it was fantastic. Yes, if I could draw it up perfectly, I'd say make it half the drive, but it ended up working out fantastic, and
Well, good.
had a great time.
Good time. Yeah, for your first one.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to the gripes.
So
of
you
the
want
other
me
one.
to be miserable?
I know. I just know how it works. I just Been there, man.
Autumn, I will come to any dance competition with you, and I'll be much more enjoyable than Grump.
You hear that, Autumn? He's taking my spot. You hear that? Taking my spot.
So that it was a fun Saturday morning.
Good. What else did you do?
What else did I do this weekend? Well, you saw my pictures on Facebook, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah. This was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Took him to church. For some reason, they now want In-N-Out. That's their go-to after.
Just stand in that line for an hour and a half.
Not at 11 o'clock on a Sunday, Steve.
Really? It's not busy then.
Plenty of tables.
That's the time? That's the time it's not busy?
Plenty of parking.
Huh.
And but
that must be a Scottsdale thing.
And I don't know if you went through this with your kids when they were little, but I had 2 girls, so I was at it. If it was the 3 of us, I had to figure out when they had to go to the bathroom how we're going to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I have a boy and a girl grandson, and they both can go on their own.
But you still have to time it because you have to be somewhere for it.
But we walking in and out, they both, because what I've always told them now is, don't wait till the food comes and say, Papa, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, because then it's, yeah.
So we walk in, they both say, Papa, I got to go potty. Great. So I'm standing there, I kind of open the girl's door. I shout, hey, young girl coming in.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's you.
What's that?
I said, look at you.
Yeah, well, again, if somebody gets mad at me for saying my little granddaughter's coming in there on her own, then that's on you.
Yeah.
But then I'm standing in the middle waiting for them to come out. And everything went so perfect yesterday. I was telling Hillary, they both went to the bathroom. They came out about the same time, sat down. But then I got as we're about done eating, they both get a cheeseburger.
A number 1.
Meat and cheese only. And they don't even put ketchup on their hamburger. And now they're devouring it. And I get a double-double. And Graham's looking at mine, and he's looking at his. And he goes, Papa, I think I need a double-double. Yeah. And I'm like.
That was my number 1 question on this post.
And I'm like, okay, I know sometimes you're hungrier than others. I don't think most days you're going to eat a double-double. But if you really feel hungry the next time, let me know. We'll get you a double-double.
Try it out. Well, split it in half. Have them do half.
And
you can eat the other half.
And then I have to eat more. That's how you get fat as a dad.
Or you just throw it away.
We're not throwing that away. I'm going to eat it. That's what a dad does. And so it brought back memories yesterday afternoon. I'm talking to Hillary and Scott as the kids are resting a little bit. And I distinctly remember back in my growing up years, my dad would take me to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And it was buy one, get one free. And there were coupons.
Yeah.
So he would go do that. He'd give me money. I'd go do that. So he'd get 4 Big Macs. And I would eat 1 Big Mac and he'd eat 3. And then as I got into 6th, 7th, 8th grade,
Dale's eating 8.
I said, Dad, I think I want 2. Okay. So then the trips became a little bit less.
Yes.
And then when I got to be like a sophomore in high school, I said, Dad, I think I should eat the 3. And the trip stopped. I'm like, come on. Dad, you don't need to eat 2 Big Macs. You're 60 years old.
And those were what? Those were cheap back then. That's what I'm trying to say.
They're what?
Weren't they cheap back then?
Yeah, it was buy one for 99 cents.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Dad. You're not going to fork over another 99 cents.
My dad's thing was no matter how old we are, like we'd be at a soccer tournament where you're there all day and you'd go get lunch at like a Taco Bell or whatever.
Right.
This was the 39, 79-cent menus. You could order whatever you wanted off the 39-cent menu, whatever quantity. You could order limited items on the 59, but you don't even look at that 79-cent.
Come
because
on,
that's where the
Mr.
Bel Grande
McCollum.
was.
Come on, Mr. McCollum.
And I always, to this day, I question it. 'Cause I'm like, so I would order 5 tacos and eat 3 of them. So you're wasting $1.15 or whatever.
No, but your
I could've
dad's
just gotten-
getting 2 tacos.
I could have just gotten a Nachos Bel Grande and been done with it. I just get so mad about that. But I want the Bel Grande.
Understand why so many dads are fat? Because
I know, that's the thing. You wouldn't even eat half of it.
yeah, it's either I'm taking 2 tacos and throwing them in the garbage, or I'm going to eat them. I'm eating them.
Yeah, I know. Because that was the thing. I look back and I'm like, yeah, I never did eat all those tacos I ordered.
Oh,
Yeah, it does crack me. But yeah, no, it's well, let's say because I was like, man, like I can eat a double, no problem. Like I can eat it. It's just afterwards, I'm like, I don't eat the fries and stuff with it. 'Cause I'm like kind of full. Like
no, well, see that
I've
and
stuffed my
that's
face a little bit.
And one thing I've adjusted is I used to get them, single cheeseburger and each French fries and their drink. And I've started doing, and they both leave 3/4 of their fries.
Yeah.
That's all right. Why does it get one for the 2 of you? Guess what? There's never a fry left now.
Well, that's what you say. Well, I can always order another one.
Right, if I need to.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No, you always split that stuff.
So anyway.
I used to do that at restaurants. They both want chicken tenders and fries on the side. Like, oh, we're going to order one. If I have to order a second one, I will. But, and they never do all that stuff. But what's the drink to choice? You do chocolate shakes there or what?
They like that. Their lemonade.
Oh, the
in and out.
Yeah. Fresh.
Yeah.
It's good. Them and Chick-fil-A lemonade are.
And what was interesting, I just realized yesterday. Usually, I just order and I'm chasing them and whatever, and I go, "We'll do 2 small drinks." So I always bring this thing in. So
I know you got called out for that yesterday too.
Whatever, yeah. So you read the comments.
Well, because I was gonna comment like, "Wait, did you get him?" Because you didn't say if you got him the double or not. So I was gonna be like, "Did you order him the double?" But somebody else asked the question. So I always check the comments first. You can't do the same. Joke.
and so I get 2 drinks, and I said 2 small drinks, and because they're refillable.
Yeah,
you're there
exactly.
And I just for once glanced at the price. I go, it's 50 cents cheaper for the small drink. Why did I pay for a medium drink that I'm going to fill up twice versus a small drink I'm going to fill up twice?
So I've always done. I just got the biggest drink and not thought twice about it.
Yeah.
But I've had that realization like lately. I'm 49 years old. Why I don't? So I get the big one. I'll drink it once, and then you go refill it. I only drink like a quarter of it then.
Right.
And I'm like, why don't I just get a medium?
Medium. Because I could go back a third time if I need to.
And it's like I don't even drink it twice. What am I doing?
Not like, it's a mile walk.
Only place I still do the large regardless is at a movie theater. That's because you don't want to get up in the middle of the movie and go refill it. So, and a large one there will give me. But I just came to that realization lately.
You don't have somebody come deliver stuff to you at the movie?
No, we don't. No, we don't go to those snotty movie theaters. Okay. There's none out by me. Otherwise, I would. I did that one time, and it was actually distracting. Like, I got a salad brought to me because I'm like, I don't want like a giant. Somebody ordered like something, and it stunk up the whole freaking movie theater. And I was like, and then the waiters come around. They're having discussions. Hey, what's on this? Well, can I get this? Mine is this and this. And you're like, the movie, what the? Yeah. So it's a good weekend for Dale. Good family. And then you guys went swimming and had fun.
Swimming and
that
again,
water's still cold?
No, the water. They have a play pool, so it's 5 feet deep.
Mine's a saltwater pool, which just means that, it's got the machines, so it generates its own chlorine and everything. But like, it's cold when you first get in it.
It was perfect.
Up, yeah.
But
we're getting hot enough now. Yeah.
What I realized is that because they're always grabbing and twisting and I'm like, every time I leave their house out after the pool, I go, I am marked up again.
They got to hang on to Pop so they can throw me.
Grandma's started enjoying that. He gets himself in a ball and you throw him in the air. And then I wake up this morning and go, why are my shoulders hurting?
Like you're at the gym lifting. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a good weekend. It's a big sports weekend out there.
Yeah.
I did nothing other than last night. I did go to the movies on Saturday. Saw Disclosure Day, the new Alien movie by Steven Spielberg. Really good movie. 2 hours, 25 minutes. Pack your lunch. Find your bathroom.
Who are the stars in that? I guess it might not even matter. Was it a good
No,
plot?
yeah, no, it's well, the girl you would know, and I'm just drawing a blank on her name right now. I can totally picture.
Come on, Ethan, help us
I
out.
know, Emily something.
Caruso, Emily.
Isn't she Emily Blunt? No.
Oh,
Is that her name?
well, there's an Emily Blunt out there, I've heard.
Holy cow! Why did I just draw a blank on that? I'm gonna look it up now. Yeah, Emily Blunt. That is her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Firth's in it. He's really good in it as well. I'm calling him the bad guy, even though he's not. Then a bunch of people, unless you're a movie fan, you haven't really heard of him. But really good movie, an alien type movie. Steven Spielberg, directed it, which is interesting because like I love his filmmaking. It's just amazing shots he does. Now a lot of it is like he did some older shots. So like I saw like Bruce St. James, friend of the program. To the KTR, he does movie reviews. He goes, some of the shots felt dated. And I was like, no, that felt good. Watching some of those shots he used to do. But it's just subtle things where like the camera, hands and the focal point supposed to be like this point, this person. And he's doing something and like all you're watching is somebody over here doing something. And it's just like, it's just an amazing what he does. And kind of like Jurassic Park with the dinosaur coming and the water drips, those types of shots. I loved it. But great movie. I recommend it. But the problem is, alien movies have a fundamental problem with them. All of them. And Autumn told me I couldn't say what it is because it's a spoiler alert. But it's really not. I was thinking about this. Do I bring it up? Do I not bring it up?
So you're going to disregard.
No, I'm going to phrase it in
Sweet
terms of
advice.
other movies and stuff.
Okay.
Now, alien movie. Now, Independence Day, not this way because the focal point was the people and all that stuff. It's a little bit different. But these types of movies, the problem that you get is the suspense of what's happening, trying to figure it out and everything is fantastic. Like, I'll put it this way. The one alien movie with Tom Cruise back in the day, of course, I just forgot the name of it there.
Oh, boy.
War of the Worlds.
How do you not remember Emily Blunt?
You're enjoying because I don't know because I'm enjoying this movie. I'm not a big Emily Blunt fan, but she was really good in this one. But you're watching the movie and the suspense of like, oh my god, they're aliens. What's happening? Blah blah. And then you see the aliens, and then you're like, all the suspense goes away, and you're like, huh, all right, I move on. I'm bored. That's my fundamental problem with alien movies. It's like anything. Where like the whole movie you're watching it and it's suspenseful and you're trying to figure out what's going on and you're like into the movements and everything. And then like the whole thing they build up to, you eventually get to that point and then the movie keeps going after that. And you're like, okay, whatever.
Did Spielberg do the Star Wars stuff too?
No, that was George Lucas.
Oh.
Spielberg did
Jurassic Park?
Yes, Jurassic Park, a lot of those types of movies.
Okay.
Indiana Jones. Wait, did he do Indiana Jones?
I'm just agreeing with you because I don't know.
That might have been
Anyway,
George Lucas.
that's interesting because alien movies, like I guess when I go see movies, I want there to be a possibility that's real.
Oh, this could be real though. You have to see it. That's the point. The point.
Disclosure Day.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's a great movie. I recommend you go see it. It's just I have that problem with alien movies.
Okay.
And it's not the alien part. It's not the end of the movie. It's just that eventually in movies, that's just my example. The War of Worlds, for instance. Like you're the suspenseful movie. Are they going to make it? Are they not going to make it? How do you beat these aliens? Everything. And then at the end of that movie, you saw the aliens, and then they got destroyed because germs killed them. And you're just like, really? Germs killed them? Really? That's what I'm talking about. That type of stuff in these types of movies. So it's like everything you build up to. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? And then you find out why it's happening, and you go, huh, okay, cool.
So
now there's no suspense anymore. Now you're just like, all right.
And
now what do
yet
you do?
there's
Go on to
still
the
more
last-
movie going
Yeah,
on.
there's still left. There's still part of it. That's all I'm talking about.
No.
Is it's a fantastic. One of the best reviews I read afterwards was this was the fastest, slowest movie I've ever seen. Because like you don't ever get bored in the movie. You're just sitting there engaged in it, and at the same time you're going, Oh my God, is this almost over? It's the weirdest thing ever. Fantastically done though. Spielberg did an amazing job.
So you got to see that and the Rattlers.
And the Rattlers. That was
Both-
Saturday, and then
Both
Rattlers
the
Sunday.
fastest, slowest
Yeah,
games you've
exactly.
seen.
Right. It's a weird weekend for me.
Now, did Ethan go with you guys? Or?
No, he was at his mother's.
Uh.
All right, to where? Which one?
The movie.
No. Yeah, I think he wanted to see that one too. I don't
Oh.
think we invited him.
Well, he can't pick and choose.
Well, I was just sitting at home minding my own business, and I was like, "Want to go see this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." And I saw the runtime, and I was like, "Maybe not." 2 hours and 25 minutes. That's an investment.
I have nothing to
man.
do today. 2.5 hours? No.
I got enough to do that to waste 2.5 hours in a bad movie. Actually, I wasn't sold I wanted to see the movie. That's the other side of it. I didn't think it was going to be that great of a movie. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it that much. It was worth going to. I recommend it.
You guys need to get the pass that Scott and Hillary got to where you can.
That's what we got.
Oh, you do have a pass.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
We got that AMC
Yeah.
A-Stubs thing, yeah. So we can see up to 4 movies a week.
Okay.
I like how Ethan uses the chat to correct everything there. Ethan says Steven Spielberg's, and he spelled it wrong, says the biggest blockbuster.
Oh, you're such a dad.
Well, actually, he goes, yes, I knew I misspelled his last name. And then he misspelled. Steven Spielberg, Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, yeah.
Okay.
It's funny how I forgot Steven Spielberg movies there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I recommend it, is what I would say on that. It was good. Yeah. And I recommend going to a Rattlers game. Something weird's going on there, though. Like one game, they'll have like 9,500 people there. Like last night, they had like 8,400 or something like that. Yeah. Like it goes up and down. Dale, it's just a gnat.
Ethan!
You act like it's a bee. Dude, that is
Oh,
that's becoming a clip right there.
You could be a killer wasp.
So that was my weekend. Fun times out there. Watched a lot of sports. Watched the Knicks.
Again, it was, I know we'll get more into detail about all these things in the second hour, but yeah, it was with a bunch of guys. I texted you, you didn't respond to that one either.
You certainly. I like how you text me, brother. It's something you could Google and look up. But I don't get the text saying hanging out with my buddies who also have my number.
No, you did. I sent it with Holmberg and Kevin Ray and all those guys, and we're sitting outside. John goes, number one, he said, "Hey, there's a buddy of mine, the guy who's on commercials for the real estate thing.
Yeah, Doug Hopkins.
Lives out in East Gilbert or somewhere. Built a mansion." He goes, "You need to come out there. We'll all go out there and watch it." And Kevin and I are like, "We've seen mansions. We're not driving an hour to watch a basketball game." And John's like, "Yeah, come. So now we're going to meet at Desert Ridge. It's kind of in between us." And about an hour and a half before, John goes, "All right, I'm coming to see you guys. I ain't driving out there. It's a long way." But he makes this big deal at the backyard that we got shut out on whatever Wednesday.
Did you go back
night.
there after they shut
We
you out?
went there because somebody got reservations.
Oh.
Well, the reservations are on the damn patio.
Yeah, on a hot day. 108. Did you get it? I think it left me and went to bother you.
Ethan, where are you?
So it's 108, and you're on the patio.
And we're on the patio. Yeah, they have misters and all that. But you can't, there's a TV right in front of us. Can't see it because the sun's coming through.
Well, Dale, that's why you hang out with me. I get you in places, and I don't sit on the patio and watch games.
Although I've never been invited with you either. So, anyway.
I tell you what, when I hang out with cool people to watch games, then I'll invite you.
When you hang out with Autumn.
You wouldn't drive to Doug Hopkins' mansion of a house. You want to come to my trailer
You're
park?
30 minutes closer, according to what everybody was saying. Anyway, the game was fun. The whole series, I had mixed emotions because I hate the Spurs. But yeah, I want to see.
You just got to keep talking.
I wanted to see one more game. I want to see a game on Tuesday.
Welcome to TME Studios. We have a gnat flying around, and Dale gets distracted.
And Ethan's over on the other side just giggling, going, I think I let them.
I can hear somebody laughing over there.
I let them free, bother while they're talking.
It's the weather outside. I'm positive of it.
But
that's
anyway,
what's happened. Yeah. So I'm glad I got invited.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I didn't even do anything.
Wouldn't have came because you were watching.
Could have left the movie
Dawn
and
of the Dead
driven up there and been there in time for dinner.
Autumn would have felt awkward. It's all guys.
Yeah, okay. I dropped her off at the house. You didn't even know I was with Autumn.
Yes, I did.
I think that's the excuse.
But
I just want the invite so I can say I'm not driving that far. F off.
I know that's what you're doing.
No. The first time I get that invite, I'll be like, I'm on my way. Just because I don't want to. I'd just be funny to not be that guy.
But the whole series,
and then not show up.
The whole series is like, I don't want the Spurs to win, but I wouldn't mind seeing them win tonight. So there's another game because I don't want the season to end.
Okay.
Plain simple.
Just my worst nightmare. Both teams winning was my worst nightmare.
And both teams couldn't lose.
Some of that should have had to happen. It's the NBA. Something like that could have happened. Hey, before we finish at the top of this hour, just quick update. You watch any of this World Cup? Now, games got a little sideways yesterday. There's a 7-1 victory, Germany as well. Spain tees off. Spain kicks off here against Cabo Verde this morning from Atlanta. Coming up, a U.S. 4-1 victory. Did you watch any of this game?
I actually watched the highlights on ESPN Sports Center.
There's a lot. So you pretty much watched most of the game then.
Which, again, that's great. But then I hear people say Paraguay's a bunch of paraplegics, and
they're ranked 44th in the world. Yeah, no, that's the problem. Yeah, they play Australia this Friday, and then they got Turkey after that. Turkey, who's training out by my place.
Have you get a little sneaky scouting report?
I sit on my roof with binoculars.
Taking notes. Number 7, he can go to his left really good.
No, that was probably the best I've ever watched the U.S. men's national team play, like ever in my life.
It's just always one of those things, like you always.
But you always knock at me when I say this, and you're saying it right now.
You always say when the Diamondbacks beat somebody they should beat.
Like they have the Angels coming up for the next 3, and they're gonna sweep the series, and everybody's gonna be like, they're back, and it'll be like, it's the Angels. Settle down.
But also with USA Soccer, it's like, no, they play the best ever played.
You just did what I did. Our roles just reversed.
World Cup title come to the United States.
It was a fantastic. I'm not saying sit there for a 4-1, because actually a 4-1 football game can actually get boring as well and stuff. But it was the best I've ever seen an American team play, okay. which is weird, Dale, because they absolutely sucked and were terrible leading into the World Cup. Like to the point where you're like, they're just going to get killed.
Do they choose a World Cup team like they choose like the USA basketball team?
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of players that they play them. Some guys get injured, which means they're not on the roster. Like Brazil has Neymar Jr., who's like one of the best players in the world. He's injured, and he's not going to be available for the whole first round here. This round, he'll be back maybe and they put him on the roster. A lot of teams, if you get injured like that, they won't put you on the roster. But obviously, he's good enough to do it and stuff like that. It's the same way. Yeah, so it's controversial. So if you put the wrong guy on, that's usually what happens to the U.S. is, you put that guy on, you let that guy off. Oh man, what are you doing? And stuff. But they were so bad leading up to it, where they just couldn't beat teams and were losing to bad teams and stuff like that. And they went out there and got it done. It was impressive. Now, like I said, I'm not under any pretenses. They played a team and everybody goes, well, they beat Argentina and Brazil in the qualifying stages, and that's all fine and dandy. The World Cup's a different spot. The U.S. looked bad before, but I think that's why everybody. I'm at least most impressed about the way the U.S. played and gives you hope. Is they were awful leading into this tournament, and then they looked so good. They were awful against bad teams leading up into this tournament, and they look so good. So we'll see.
I heard John talk about this morning, explain the tournament to me and us that
It-
don't? Is it like the NCAA tournament where you got groups of 4?
Yeah, so it's groups of 4. So you have it's A through L are the groups, and there's 4 teams in the group. You play every team in the group. Top 2 teams advance
Okay.
to an elimination round. Then it's one and you're done.
1 and you're done.
Yeah, so you're guaranteed at least 3 games.
So what if you have to make a prediction? Does the United States make it into the?
Well, so I made that prediction on Friday. They're borderline. The way they played on Friday, they're going to advance.
Who's the best team in their?
Australia and Turkey are pretty good.
Okay. So they have to beat one of those.
Maybe both of them. Yeah. You want to win. You want to win. Definitely one of those 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because they already have 3 points. They do points,
Right.
If a tie, you get. I think it ties 1 point. I don't remember what it is, but a win's 3. Losing, of course, you get 0. Stuff like that. But yeah, you need to win definitely one of these next 2. Ideally, both of them. But a win and a tie will probably get you next round since you already have 3.
Okay.
But no, these next 3 games are probably equal footing with the U.S. The next 2 games, so they're borderline. I actually said before the game the U.S. would not make it to the elimination. But the way they played in that game, I think they can beat Turkey, and I think it'll be Australia and the United States that'll move on, if I had to guess. But then you watch, now they played bad competition. Well, then you watch the Germany team, 7-1 victors over a bad team. Another team won 5-1 last night. And you're like, ooh. But they also played bad teams. So you have to take that into account also. Brazil tied Morocco. Now, Morocco's, not the best team out there, but they're the darlings of the last World Cup. They can put it together and do stuff. And then Brazil was without one of their best players as well. So what does that mean? So for those guys, now Japan came back both times to score, to tie their game 2-2 against the Netherlands on that. So does that mean Japan's a deal? Australia, by the way, beat Turkey last night. It was a late game, on Saturday night, 2-0. So this Australia-America game is going to be probably for who wins first in that group. We'll have to see.
So you're comfortable saying they'll make it to the next round?
I think Australia is going to make it past, but I think they can beat Turkey to advance. To be honest with you,
okay.
If they play the way they played on Friday, if they play like they did leading into the tournament, done. Whatever. Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense. But it's gonna be fun. We'll see. Canada tied Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Can you go like the fire alarms at their hotel?
Yeah, where is I don't even know where Australia's training at. Good question.
No, what about I'm talking about Turkey.
Me? Yeah, I wonder where they're staying at. Remember I asked that. Are they staying at because all that's down there is Holiday Inns and Hilton's down in Queen Creek.
And a Marriott. I think it's a Marriott.
There's no big resorts out there.
No. Why are we putting 12 guys on a resort?
I told you that there's one team that's staying at like the Four Seasons in Malibu, like overlooking the ocean. And then there's a team staying in Kansas City, and they're like the DoubleTree, Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody has more money than the other ones.
But they play in Seattle coming up this Friday as well. But the World Cup's been fun, man. Yeah, it got a little boring though. Again, when football becomes a blowout, it's fun to watch all the scoring and stuff. A 5-1, 7-1, you're like, it's a dominating weekend in sports. There's a lot of domination happening. Today you've got our first game is Spain against Cabo Verde. It's going to be another blowout win for Spain here today. As well. 3 minutes into that game right now, but Spain is a favorite to win this from Atlanta. They got Belgium and Egypt coming up later on today. Saudi Arabia and Uruguay gets underway tonight.
Not Paraguay.
Uruguay. Yeah, no. The Ura version of Guay from Miami there. And then tonight, Iran versus New Zealand. Who do we read for on that one? Now that there's a ceasefire and a peace agreement, do we switch our allegiance?
How's the Dow reacting today, Steve?
Dude, it's way up. Yeah, it's time. You need a ladder to get to the top of that thing today. You're looking like this. It's up like 600 points when I did the show this morning. Yeah. So those are your matches today, folks, in the World Cup. When we come back, we'll keep it rolling. Hey, the Canadian Open. Something's happening in PGA golf this year I find fascinating, too. We're going to talk about it. Maybe.
A lot of first-time winners.
That's what I'm talking about. You caught on. We haven't seen this in a long time. It's usually the same old people. You get the first-time winners in those, like, the Middle Texas Open. You'll get a first-time winner there. But you're seeing first-time winners in some named events as well. Big 12 filed a legal complaint this morning.
And I want to bring up one topic because I got into a little Twitter snafu.
Oh, what is it?
I'll tell you on this time.
Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here, second hour main event, having some fun on the Mondays like we always do. You guys put up with us for that first hour, and we appreciate it very much as well. Of course, look, we got a lot of that time of year, Dale, with all the championships happening and a lot of nothingness out there in the world.
And ending. Championships beginning and ending.
No, you've piqued my interest. I don't even want to talk golf anymore.
Well, before we get into my interest, you told me you made a purchase this weekend.
Oh, we don't need to announce that.
Steve bought an Apple Watch. He can tell you more about it or not. But
wow, I gave in finally.
I still remember when my daughters gave me this Apple Watch that I've had for like 4 years now. And we're at the old radio station.
Oh, wow. You've had that for a while then.
And I put it on, and we were on 6 to 10. Steve had a cushy,
a new
10
job.
to 2,
that
whatever.
was a beautiful job, man.
And
I got to go back to that midday.
Like the first day that I wore it in, first commercial break, long enough for me to go take a pee. I go walking down. I go down, walking down the hall, do my business, come back, sit down, and I feel a buzz on my watch, and it says, "Congratulations, you've met your move goal." And I'm like, "Yes!" By 6:15 in the morning. Yeah. Literally walking 25 yards down the hall.
So my story is this, folks. So this would be a lesson to everybody out there. When I used to be really active in mountain biking stuff, like that was when Fitbits were a big deal, and I had like the best ones for geographics and got all your heart rate monitors, all that stuff. So when I was like mountain biking and playing basketball and stuff, like it just recorded everything. It was cool to have and stuff like that, but just a little prompt thing. And I used to always joke because people would be like, "Man, what do you think of that?" And I'd be like, "It's great. It reminds you how little you do in a day." Like on a Sunday, you'd get up, it'd be like 2 p.m. and you'd look at your steps. You'd be at like 60 steps, because you just lounged around all day on a Sunday, for football or whatever and stuff. So, and then of course Fitbits went away. I stopped wearing it. I stopped doing it, worrying about it and stuff like that. But what I've recognized is over the last several months, because I don't realize how much I'm not doing anything. So, like I told you on Friday, this was so I've been thinking about it for a while, but I don't want notifications on my arm. I don't want phone calls. I don't want to watch stuff on the wall. I just want to be reminded to move. Because what I realized was on Friday, I realized it before, but I've been thinking about it for a while. But the reason why I got one on Friday, we're sitting here. I sit here for the business show. I sit here for this show, and I didn't move at all. We get up to leave. I get home. I'm doing stuff in my home office, just getting stuff done there by myself. Ethan goes to his mom's. It's like 3, 4 o'clock. I'm like, my legs hurt, tired. Like, I need to take a nap now, all this stuff. So, and I track my steps on my phone. I take my phone everywhere because I track my steps. I was like at 800 steps for Friday, and it was like 4 p.m. And I was like, my dear God, what is happening?
I use 800 steps going to the bathroom at night.
So I'm like, okay, obviously I just, so it's like I need a reminder, like stop doing what you're doing and get up and stand up and walk around. That's why I had to buy one. I needed a reminder to get up and do something. Not to like go for a run or anything, just stand up. Like right now, during that break, it told me, stand up. Okay, I'll stand up. Otherwise, I'd sit here. Oh my God, that's what sad my life is, folks.
But you always
that's why I had to
me.
buy a watch to remind me to stand up.
You always look at me because almost every commercial break, I at least have to stand up and move around a little bit. I know you look at me and go, why are you doing that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I just like, it's just, I don't do it on purpose. It's not because I'm lazy. It's just more of like, I just get busy wrapped into stuff and I don't realize I'm not doing anything. Stupid. I have to have a watch to remind me to do that. I swear to God. Stupidest thing ever. Wrong with me. But anyway, so that's what I've been dealing with all weekend, dealing with that stuff. But like I turned off all the notifications to my phone. I want no notifications. I don't want text messages. I don't care if you text me at 9:30 at night. I don't want it to my watch. I'm not looking at it. I don't want athletic notifications, sports stuff onto it. I don't want it. That's what my phone's for. And I'm still getting them. I turned everything off and I'm still getting them. So I got to figure out what I'm missing here to get it, you know. Like I saw somebody just hired somebody as a head coach from Shams that came in on my phone. So so that was my deal. So folks, what I'm saying is, don't be so proud to go to technology to remind you to stand up when you work all day. Like Autumn works at home now, and she's got this. She went and bought this table that she can push it up, to stand and stuff
I've
like
seen
that,
those,
things like that. Yeah, that's what we need here. Just in the middle of the show, I can be all. The other side is like, and I was thinking about this at the radio station. I never sat down. Like the whole 2 hours I was on air, I stood the whole time. I don't need to sit down. Like I'd sit down during breaks. The opposite. So it's the opposite here. Is we always sit down and do all the computers and stuff. Yes, we gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. I feel like I can't believe I need a watch to remind me to move. How stupid is that?
Well, I could say a lot of things, but since we're on a family program, we'll just.
So what's the thing you wanted to bring up? You forgot, didn't you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Dale ate something or drank something, and it went down the wrong pipe. You can't get it out of her. This is hilarious to watch.
Now I'm trying to remember who said it first.
That's what I told you. I said we should have written it down because you're going to forget.
It was...
Welcome to Monday, folks.
Ryan Clark.
Oh, that moron. I can't stand him.
Text it out, tweet it out, whatever you call it now. X'd it out.
He published.
High school kids should avoid or not go to gerrymandering states' colleges. So if you believe that whoever, Georgia's gerrymandering.
Yes.
And Georgia offers you, don't go to Georgia.
Define gerrymandering. I want you to describe
Well,
it.
he's obviously talking about the political part.
Yes, he's talking about the race
Yes.
portion of it. Is what he's doing. That's why I can't stand it.
Okay, for one group to gerrymander, but against every law and sin for the other group to gerrymander.
Yeah.
And then there's a cat here, Calvin. I can't even pronounce his last name. Used to play for the Arizona Rattlers.
Mm-hmm.
Just responds to him 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, 1,000. First of all, there's not 1,000%. There's only 100%. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going, you're expecting 17 and 18-year-old athletes to look up, first of all, what the hell gerrymandering means.
Yeah.
And second of all, have that in any way, shape, or form influence where they go to school. I said, that's the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I've heard a lot of asinine things.
Well, I mean, you've been around a lot of people that have gone to colleges and to play sports and stuff to that stuff. Has anybody, I'm sure it happens, but has a lot of people chosen to go to schools based off of that political stuff?
No.
I mean, it happens, I'm
sure.
No,
I honestly don't believe it's ever happened. Not anybody that I've ever coached, worked with, been a part of, has ever said, oh, I don't like the politics in Alabama, but they offer me, but I'm not going to go. No!
Yeah, they're the only one that's offered me, so
You're
I'm not gonna
17
go
and
there.
18 years old. It's like, it just brought back all these horrible memories of the NCAAs telling college kids back when I was in school, well, it's the responsibility of the kids to say no to the money.
Yeah.
I'm from a poor background, middle class background, and they're offering me $10,000, and I'm supposed to be the reasonable adult and say, no, I think that's against the NCAA rules. It makes no sense.
This is against the rules here,
and it makes no sense. And so I put out a response, and obviously they were talking to the black population.
He's talking. Ryan Clark's talking to one specific group of kids.
Yes, not to the entirety of the group, to one. And it just hit me the wrong way, because usually I just scroll, okay, stupid, dumb, whatever. And it just like hit me the wrong way of Ryan Clark, who has a national platform for some reason. Again, you can argue why he has it.
Well, because ESPN likes that viewpoint.
And for him to come out and say that, it just hit me the wrong way. Kids, 17 and 8, you're 17 years old. You could give two hoots less
about politics.
Yeah. And this 40-year-old dude or whatever he is now,
41, 42. He's always been this way. He's a race baiter.
But it's just like it was asinine. And then when this Calvin guy used to play for the Rattlers, who I have met once or twice.
Yeah, I can't think of his last name. I know you're talking about.
It starts with an S and it's got like 14 letters.
Well, doesn't that say something that we don't know his name? And you were literally the analyst for the Rattlers for how many years, and you can't remember who he is? That should tell you something.
I can't pronounce his last name. Yeah. And it just hit me the wrong way, and then he responded and say, well, if you don't understand, then I can't explain it to you.
Well, because you're the wrong color. So.
So it just...
You're white, Dale. You don't understand.
I very rarely get into any Twitter feuds or conversations.
I'm proud of you getting in that political
because you can't win. That just...
The problem with arguing with Ryan Clark and that Rattlers cat is, they play in that stupid world a lot, and you have to go down into it.
And I don't want to go down.
So they have an advantage over you because they're used to being dumb and ridiculous. The exact thing was he was on the Pivot podcast. Well, that's his podcast. He's a co-host on it. Okay. He urged black college athletes to rethink signing with schools and states that practiced gerrymandering.
Right.
Arguing it undermined black representation and voting power. And that's my big question out of this. Look, I get it. I know who Ryan Clark is. We all do. He's on that side of political stuff and things to that effect. Everybody's out to get him. We're talking about a guy that had to fought through everything he did in his life to get to the NFL, be a pretty good NFL player, gets paid pretty damn well in the NFL, gets pretty damn paid pretty well at ESPN, and he still thinks the U.S. is out to keep him down. And you can go F yourself, in my opinion, when it comes to that stuff. But he said it really quick here. He emphasized athletes should consider the political climate when choosing where to play, linking social justice with their platforms. So not just, hey, I want to make it to the pros. You should also link social justice to your platform as well. How'd that work out for Colin Kaepernick?
So after all that, I saw that, and then this Calvin. His last name, if somebody can pronounce for him, would be great. Schexnaydr.
Oh my God! Now that you spell it, I can't get it.
Schexnader, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, after Ryan Clark's post, the 1,000.
That might be right.
Because I don't follow Ryan Clark. Oh, I didn't know I followed this Calvin guy. Oh, but it showed up on my feed.
Yeah.
I said, "Wow." I never, ever get involved in these idiotic posts. So, should white athletes do the same? So damn stupid. Carry on. To which Calvin responded, it's called standing up for what is right. If you don't see that, I can't help you.
Right.
It's standing up as a 17-year-old.
Well, and you're talking to two people. You're talking about two people, Ryan Clark and him.
Yeah.
That I'm willing to bet you didn't go to like HBCU schools or anything to that effect. They chose their path. It's good enough for them to choose that path, but not good enough for you as a person. I just hate this conversation. That's why I hate Ryan Clark, is because it's like, man, it shouldn't even be an issue on that stuff. Now, if you go some look, I'll be honest with you guys. Mississippi in the recruiting process, it gets used against them on them being Mississippi. And I make fun of Mississippi left and right on here, right? It's, call them backwards and all that stuff. But it's all in fun in my stuff for me doing that. But they trust me, when they're getting recruited and stuff, other schools are telling them things, whether they're true or not, about the way they treat certain people and stuff like that to hurt their recruiting and stuff. So that's still out there everywhere, and things to that effect to try to influence people and stuff. And it's just like, man, put that aside. We're here to, now granted, I'm a white kid, I get it, but I just don't understand going, man, I'd love to go to Alabama, but you guys gerrymandered back in the 50s, and you guys segregated back in the 40s, so I just can't go to your state no more. Like, how dumb can we be?
Right. He went to LSU, by the way.
I know where Ryan Clark went.
I don't know what Louisiana does or is or whatever, but
no, I know. My point is he took full advantage. So he's saying don't go to schools like that.
So anyway,
it's good enough for him, but not them. I know. I was proud of you getting the weeds on a political discussion like that.
I'm in. I'm out. Again, if you want to be 30 years old and you got a job and you want to get involved, fantastic. Don't ask 17, 18-year-olds who are looking forward to their future to figure out where they're going to school by a political thing in any state.
Yeah, this is going to sound biased. Most kids that are like high school kids that are really good at sports, they don't know what's going on in the outside world very often. They're busy.
Yeah.
They're busy.
They're not watching Fox or CNN.
They're not Ryan Clark that's into
night.
Those stuff and everything. But this is all on the heels of that Carmelo Anthony murder trial and stuff like that. And they get all that side. Ryan Clark's definitely on the.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, good job, Dale. Way to bring down the show.
All right. Let's move on.
Just kidding.
Let's move on to how many steps you got in today,
I just hate Ryan Clark. I don't even know how to look that up, Dale.
No, I usually block that.
Canadian Open. I just wanted to bring this up is for the PGA Tour. Now, the majors are getting, some big guys winning those. But in terms of the regular things, are we seeing a young guy or the unknown guys, I'll call them, the lesser known golfers? Are we seeing a surgence of them taking over some of these guys that have always been top of the leaderboards and stuff? Like they're getting older, Some split off to live, for instance, and things. But are we seeing a shift here? Let's put it that way in PGA golf with some of these younger guys coming up and winning some of these tournaments. Now, this isn't a small tournament; it's a bigger, well-known one. Bud Cauley ended up winning this over Matt Fitzpatrick, Victor Hovland as well. But I find it fascinating. We're seeing unknown guys win a lot of PGA tournaments this year, and I don't. Maybe it's happened before, but I don't remember it happening anytime soon. It's always the older, experienced guys that usually come through on these things.
The thing about Bud Cauley that was fantastic, and it was again, you don't show emotion, but I was happy for him yesterday. Here's a guy who was the number 1 ranked amateur coming out of college, and better than I think it came out in 2015, 16, something like that. Supposed to just dominate the PGA Tour. Then gets in a car accident, breaks a leg, does some other things to his body, takes him a while to come back. And after 200 and something tournaments, this is his first win.
Yeah, and in contention.
Yeah, and to win the Canadian Open, he wins $1.7 something million.
And an American won the Canadian Open. Yeah. Suck it, Canada.
I think only a couple Canadians have ever.
They rarely win it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal when they win it, because they don't do it very often.
But it was almost like a fairy tale story, and then I see the wife and the 2 kids and the dark days and all that. But I kind of like when there's new blood. Now this week, I completely watched the golf tournament differently. It's the U.S. Open. And I want to see names I know.
That's the caveat. In the majors, you want to see the guys you know.
I want to see the guys that I know.
But even like the Masters, wasn't it the Masters or maybe it was the PGA? There's a couple unknowns that were top of that leaderboard going into the final day. Now, they eventually succumbed to the winners, the big name guys.
Right.
But there were guys still in that mix that, like, I call them the unknowns, right? It's not a distraction. It's just they're not a big name guys out there. And stuff like that. So even in the majors, you're seeing big name guys finish top 5, top 10, and be in the conversations going into that last day, and stuff like that. It's just what this signals to me is a changing of the guard coming in the PGA, and it's probably starting now.
We'll see what you saw in the Canadian Open. So Bud Cauley wins the first tournament. It's pretty emotional.
By the way, he started 55th. He was projected to finish 28th in this tournament, obviously first. But here's the other side of it. Matt Fitzpatrick started 3rd, right? Finished 2nd. Victor Hovland.
Yeah, but you're talking about the FedEx standings.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Not the tournament.
No, I'm sorry, yes. But this is what I'm talking about. Victor Hovland, even though he's a name, doesn't win all the time and everything. He's 53rd, right? Jimmy Strangler, 119th. Bryce Garrett, 110 in this tournament. My point is that was top 5.
Yeah.
A lot of guys coming from, you can go down this even farther, a lot of guys that aren't projected to be top-level guys at the end of the year and stuff, finishing high up in these tournaments. Like you said, it's not a major. I understand that. I think in the majors, you'll continue to see the big-name guys end up winning that. But you are seeing guys like this make names for themselves and be there in the last day, even in the majors. It's fascinating. Changing of the guard coming.
Well, what's interesting to me, I also like to follow the subplots like that Jimmy Stanger. He needed 110 FedEx points.
Yeah, he finished 4th.
To get his card and qualify for the next year of tournaments as far as majors and all that. He got 109.
Yeah.
And now he has to go out the week after the U.S. Open, or maybe there's a tournament alongside the U.S. Open that's a small.
Yeah, because he's not playing in the Open. Yeah.
No. To try and get those points.
Yeah.
And maybe he misses the cut. Maybe he doesn't. But it's so fascinating, all the little things that go on. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated when, now could it be, because some of the big name golfers are getting older, but the other side of it is the money that these guys make now, right? Like Rory. I know he still wins majors and things to that, but he's made so much money. Is he, they're not putting efforts in, which is allowing these younger guys to win these types of tournaments throughout the year. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Dale. Is this a changing of the guard, meaning younger guys or the unknown guys are starting to stick their heads up a little bit? Or is this just a byproduct of the older guys are like, yeah, I'm made enough money. I don't need to worry about playing in these ones. These are just practice rounds for me, and let the young guys go do what they want. And I'll see you at the majors.
Well, those are the things that it's like the human mind. We've talked about this to where I don't know how many locker rooms I've been in where you're up 21-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Coach goes 0-0. Coach, no, it's not.
I heard that at the U.S. game. At halftime, the announcers, when they came out, they go, I guarantee you the coach told them it was 0-0 at halftime.
Right.
I kind of giggled because I was like, oh, man.
Yes, because the human mind says, no, that's not it. Hey, I've made $15 million on the tour. Am I going to go out and bang balls again?
Just go do the RBC Canadian Open. It'll be fun to get up there, tax write-off, nice vacation, and I'm just going to go play around the golf and get paid to do it. You know, you don't have that pressure. And that's where money can kind of change that stuff as well. And I don't know. So it's kind of an influx, but just something I've caught on to here this year. And I know unknown guys, as we call them here, respectfully, have won tournaments every year. Just this year, there seems like there's more and more and more of them winning those tournaments. And the conspiracy theorist in me here, Dale, would be like, oh, the PGA Tours told their big guys, hey, don't win these. Let those guys come up because we have to show that we got some up and comers coming here. You know that's what's happening, Dale. You know that's happening. Really quick, college football, just interesting change. Last week, lots of developments in this Sorby case out of Texas Tech. The Texas Attorney General sent a letter to the Big 12 basically threatening lawsuits if the Big 12 does anything to Texas Tech. Texas Tech's big boosters sent a letter to the Big 12 threatening lawsuits if they do something to Texas Tech for Sorby being eligible to play. I told you last week, and I said it all over Twitter, the Big 12 has the ability to do stuff. Whether they do or they don't, it's going to come down to whether they want to get into a prolonged legal fight with Texas Tech. Because it's coming. If you do anything to Texas Tech that you're legally allowed to do, you might be in the right. But you also could be in litigation for the next 6, 7, 8 years with a booster, with Texas Tech itself. Do you want to go through that is the question. Well, Dale, and then Oklahoma's AG, which my favorite part was, a very popular college football writer, the Oklahoma AG, Attorney General, sent a letter to the Big 12, or sent a letter to somebody saying, you better admonish Texas Tech, and do it. And then a really smart, big college football writer said, I thought Oklahoma left the Big 12. The moron forgot, Oklahoma State's still in the Big 12. Wow, Dillinger, what is wrong with you?
So the whole thing here is, and again, a lot why I don't respond on Twitter or some of the Facebook idiot posts I see. Usually I'll just remove them.
Those are usually mine.
I've tried, for some reason I decline, get rid of. We won't do that for you. But you've got skeletons in your closet.
Everybody does.
And if you're talking to the University of Texas, you're talking to the University of Oklahoma, you're talking about Oklahoma State, everybody's got skeletons. Now, this is the flavor of the day. Do I agree with the decision to allow them to play? No.
Yeah. Because this is gambling.
But do I agree with things that other schools have done over the years? No. Mm-hmm. You deal with it.
SEC.
Well, you don't like it because they win. And you're not going to keep. There could be 2 SEC teams.
They were NIL before. They were NIL before NIL was legal.
That's going to be my crowning day of achievement when 2 SEC teams play in the World Series.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. How that won't be happening this year.
Well, it will be.
But the biggest thing here's what's fascinating by me, because I kind of alluded to this last week. And then it happened. He played at Cincinnati for 2 years.
Yeah.
There's no possible way Cincinnati didn't know he was gambling. Folks, you could tell me they didn't all you want until you're blue in the face. There's no possible way that all of a sudden he goes to Texas Tech and it gets found out. I'm sorry. Bullcrap. BS lies. The booster, the guy that supports Texas Tech, came out last week and said, y'all have a problem with us bringing him in and you let him play at Cincinnati for 2 years? This was my argument last week that I kind of brought up a little bit. Not my argument, but kind of what I brought up as a thing. If this was Arizona State, if this was Arizona, this was Utah, would anybody care?
Well, I'm wondering anything outside the Big 12. If you went to a Big 10 school, SEC school, ACC school.
All of a sudden be quiet. I mean, it would be out there, but it wouldn't be like it is now. This is my argument, right?
Yeah.
If you went to Wyoming, would anybody care? It's because it's Texas Tech, and they're trying to win and buy their stuff, right? You got to knock them down where they are and stuff like that. Plus the way they're doing it. But can you imagine Cincinnati voting sanctions against Texas Tech for letting Sorby play with the gambling scandal? Would Cincinnati let him play for 2 years? The whole Big 12 let him play for 2 years, and nobody said anything about a gambling scandal that somebody knew about? This is where this gets fascinating, right? And stuff. But now this morning, according to Ross Dellinger, the Big 12 has filed a legal complaint in federal court against Texas Tech, Texas Attorney General on top of it, seeking declaratory judgment and a preliminary injunction to enforce its bylaws and potentially sanction the school for its plans to play Brandon Sorsby. What the Big 12 is doing right now is they're going to a judge saying, protect us so we can find this guy. I'm telling you, the Big 12 wants to make a move on Texas Tech. They're afraid to from the lawsuits that'll come and hit them. They don't want to get in that litigation. Tons of money, tons of bad blood out there. It's going to cause a fracas. So they're preliminary going to a judge saying, protect us, give us the injunction so we can do it per our bylaws. The Big 12 wants to make a move on this. And this is what's even more fast. He hasn't played one down in Texas Tech yet.
No.
He's coming off of an injury. They weren't even sure he's going to play even after his 2-game suspension. They don't know when he's going to be able to come back. And all of this is preliminary stuff happening. So this battle is not going away at all. Well, I believe the Big 12 is going to move against Texas Tech if he plays.
Here's my thing then. And that's all fine and dandy if this is the hill you want to die on. What happens when the next scandal comes along?
No, this is the issue.
What happens when the next scandal comes along? Because there will be another scandal.
Well, I think the other reason why everybody's fighting this even more so is because gambling is that bedrock that you don't cross.
And I'm 100% behind you.
So I think that's why everybody's on this. So because right now, if another player goes to this, you can go to court, get it expended, and move on. You can squash this precedent with all of these methods and stuff to get at that point. I think that's why it's being pushed so hard.
So maybe it sounds like I'm standing up for Sorsby, which I'm not. Again, any place I've ever been in athletics, no gambling, no gambling, no gambling, no gambling, no gambling.
Yeah, and he was doing it at Cincinnati, and they didn't say a word.
And he goes to in-conference school, transfers, and all of a sudden it becomes
for
public.
Big money. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling. I just somebody in Cincinnati. I'm not saying Cincinnati themselves. Somebody in Cincinnati's orbits. Let that leak out. That's what's even more fascinating. I want to see how Cincinnati's going to vote against this. By the way, the booster guys already pointed that out. What are you guys mad at us for? You played at Cincinnati for 2 years. What are you mad at us for?
Now, what happens if he goes out and sucks?
Well, this is the fascinating thing, Dale. It's the fascinating. He hasn't even played it down yet. You're not even sure how he's going to come back from injury or anything to that effect.
Right.
You have no clue. But I can tell you this: he wants his $6 million NIL. That's what he's fighting for.
Yeah,
because he ain't going to make that if he went into the supplemental draft. He ain't making that.
No.
So that's what he's fighting for. I need gambling money. I do like how Texas Tech goes. I know, my little cheap shot.
Yeah.
Texas Tech goes. We have software on his phone to keep him from downloading certain apps. And it's like, oh my God, they had to put parental controls on a freaking 20-year-old's phone. I don't know, something to this is not going away. And if you ask for a preliminary injunction for protection, it tells me they want to act on it. Now, I'm not sure Big 12 will act on it until he plays. Because right now, what's the harm if he's eligible? I don't think you get harmed until he actually goes in and plays. So you might not see a reaction until September.
Unless you're saying we want to get out ahead of it.
Yeah. I don't know how you can do that. Because if you're a judge, you go, so he's eligible to play. Is he going to play? And they go, I don't know. He's injured. We don't know when he's going to come back. And you go, okay, well, so what are we complaining about here? Because they already ruled on the eligibility. So what are you asking for? Well, he can't play. Well, this court said he could. The hearing's in February. Okay, well, we don't want him to. Okay.
What happens if he sucks? You might want him to play.
But that's what it is they want to do sanctions against Texas Tech and stuff like that. Now, I'm just telling you, you can do it. They have the bylaws to do it. I've actually been convinced by people smarter than me that have looked into this that they can do sanctions. The Big 12 can sanction individual schools for not doing the good of the conference. They can do it. It's just you've got to be prepared for giant lawsuits coming your way afterwards as well. The breaking news in basketball, the Bulls are finalizing the hire of Tiago Splitter to be the team's new head coach.
Splitter.
He was the interim coach of the Blazers after that Chauncey Billups situation.
Yeah.
That happened there. So he is getting a job based off of that interim move as well. And when we come back here, let's get into it. I have that stat for you on the Spurs and how monumentally blown game they did. Was it youth? Inexperience? And the Knicks just that good is the question, right? We'll talk NHL as well. College World Series, get you updated on that. Then Major League Baseball. Yeah.
Well, you got a lot to pack in, Steve.
SEC. Talk about it. Come on back. Main event. And we're back here. Main events.
I stood up during the break.
Oh, shoot. I didn't. Watch didn't tell me. I am bothered here. We got to fix this. I think we have a sinkhole behind us. I'm going to point this out. People are going to get annoyed by me. Look at my bricks. They're like getting worse. They slant down. Look at that. Getting worse.
Maybe you always lean to your left.
No, we must have. No, look, straight up. Somebody must have hit something, or
Ethan.
The construction people did something to my bricks back there. We got to get that fixed.
Come on, Ethan.
Yours are all straight. Mine are crooked.
Just like me.
Maybe mine needs some V8 or something. Project to work on here today because it's been bothering me all show. Now that I pointed out to everybody, they're going to be bothered by it as well, I guess is the big question. By the way, 47-page federal lawsuit I just found out as well. I'll be reading that here in a little bit coming up here as well from that. So Robert said, you said sports and mentioned the Knicks. I thought that was ballet. Robert also says, Helly's quickness is something to behold. That gnat will live to be 100.
Get your butt in here and you kill
Yeah,
this thing.
it was flying around me. It went over to Dale. It was flying around me from McCollum on business. And it's like, what the heck, dude? Um, Robert says Ryan Clark's next salient point will be his first. Schnechnader, I think is how you say that Rattler's
No,
name.
don't even try it.
Now that I saw it.
No,
That's the problem. You spelled it, and I'm like,
no, don't even try it.
I remember him.
No, I remember him too. It's like you trying to pronounce some MMA fighter.
Robert says federal court lessens the chance of a tech judge. Well, while that is true, the federal one though is I'll put money on it that Tech and the Texas Attorney General did not expect a 47-page federal lawsuit on Monday morning when they pulled their shenanigans on Friday. That's a quick turnaround.
Well, and understand the judge, in all fairness, who made the judgment, went to TCU and UTA or something like that.
Yeah, I went to 2 other schools. Yeah.
So.
But if you appeal it up from that, this is going to become a giant mess. Will it lead to changes? Is my question going forward. Really quick, Knicks win the series championship, first time in 53 years. I'm not sure if New York still exists today, or if there's a guy named Snake running around there escaping from New York today. Yeah, there's a reference for you, Dale. Hope you can
See a singer.
Out. This singer. I even said the name of the movie in my comment there, and you still didn't get it. Killing me here. Are the Knicks that good? I had to turn off. I couldn't handle the Brunson crying. I couldn't handle because Brunson's dad's on the coaching staff. I couldn't handle his dad is the greatest guy since sliced bread and got him to this point. It's like, I get it. Brunson did do this, though. Brunson took less money to stay with the Knicks, to go to the Knicks, to get that team better. And it worked out for him. Good for him. That is the way to do it. The guys that command all the money, your team generally doesn't play well around you, and it's harder to win championships than the guys that take less and allow a team to come around them that he wants there. And Brunson did it that way. I will give him 1,000% credit for that. And he's, if not the best player in basketball, he's definitely top 3.
I love me some Jalen Brunson. What I've figured out is I am drawn to Villanova guys.
Well, all of them were on the Knicks.
The 3 of them were, and again, you just look around the league, a lot of them are not the best players.
But they're tough.
But they're all tough. They're all skilled. They're all good, solid dudes.
Yep.
And that's a testament to that coach. I forgot his name, who retired. But when they were winning national championships.
Oh, at Villanova?
Yeah. I can see his dark, thick hair and coach forever. But anyway, can't take anything away.
Weird thing to picture.
Can't take anything away from the Knicks. The Spurs, I think they're going to be a problem to deal with.
Yeah.
I think they're young enough that this will be a learning experience. They'll be better next year.
Yeah, but De'Aaron Fox unfollowing them on social media. I mean,
what is it? He's still got a couple years left on his contract.
Yeah.
What? 2 days after the champion, they get eliminated. He unfollows them, and again, you and I are of the age where it's like, well, I just unfollow people because they said something stupid or whatever.
Fox and his wife unfollowed the Spurs on Instagram.
And I think the first time it ever came into my mind like that is something unfollowing was when Kyler Murray.
Yeah, that's what the young kids do.
Was the first time I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
That's a thing? That's how grown people now.
You send it. Well, that way you don't have to go in front of a microphone and complain about it and all that. You just unfollow and then somebody finds it. Yeah. I will say this. I wonder. You have to wonder if he's mad because nobody really went to his defense after what was that game 4 when the layup and some things he had messed up and things to that effect. But it wasn't all on him. I would argue Wemby was more of a problem than De'Aaron Fox was at times in that series.
Anytime you give up a 30-point lead, it's not one person.
No, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. But I don't know. I find that interesting. But I agree with you. I mean, the Spurs are poised to go. I just think this is inexperienced, young teams. They went up against a team much like the Knights did. We'll talk about that in a minute. A team that can score at will. And I thought the Spurs defense would keep the Spurs from doing it. What the New York Knicks showed us is it was not a fluke throughout the whole playoffs that they could go on 30-0 runs. That was not a fluke. That wasn't the competition they were playing. They could go on 30-0 runs. They could go on huge runs to beat you, come back from big deficits. And that's what the Knicks were, and that's what the Knicks did. Now, that's the difference here. The Spurs, I think, will be around in this position for the next 2, 3, 4 years, even if there is a De'Aaron Fox problem. They have enough talent on this team to stay around for a while. I'm not sure the Knicks have that staying power. The reason why? Shooting. The Knicks had to rely on coming back in some of these games and pinpoint shooting. That goes away.
Well,
it's hard to keep that up consistently.
What the Knicks did is a double-edged sword. Number one, shows we're the most resilient team maybe in the history of the NBA.
Yes.
But we're also the team that it's like when you hear of a quarterback, oh, he's got the most fourth quarter comebacks in the NFL. Well, that means he's also the quarterback to get in that deficit.
Exactly. He's probably turning the ball over left and right.
Right. And
so, Brett Favre had a ton of interceptions. Yeah, but he won a lot of games late, too.
Right. Most fourth quarter, I think it's the most ridiculous ever. But same thing with the Knicks. They had a double-digit deficit in every game.
Yeah, they had no business winning that. And the reason why they could was they were able to shoot the ball. Can you keep that sustained level of shooting up for 3-4 years? I don't think you can.
Well, I don't think they're worried about 3 to 4 years.
No, they're happy about it now. I'm just saying if you're projecting it out.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on the Knicks. It's just that style, they just did everything right this year. It was their time, right, to get there. Here's the other side of it, the Spurs. I mean, the reason why I thought the Spurs were going to win in that game the other night, especially if they got a lead and the Knicks started putting pressure on them, was because that's how they lost these games, right? ESPN Analytics, in the 4 games the Spurs lost in the NBA Finals, they had a 91.6% chance of winning Game 1. They were up 13 points midway through the third. 72.8% chance of winning Game 2. They were up 2 points with 1 minute left in the fourth. Then in Game 4, they, of course, won Game 3. 99.6% chance of winning Game 4, up 20 points with 9:33 left in the fourth. Then a 95.4% chance of winning Game 5, up 10 points with 7:54 left in the fourth. A team that was just hot, could come back, got all that momentum, hits their shots, and a team, I think it was inexperienced. Like I said, I told you in Game 4, I don't think that coaching staff had the experience to be in that situation. They looked like they were unsure what to do. The players looked like they were unsure what to do also. So it is fun to watch. I mean, the Spurs will be back. I have no doubt about it, but you got to give congrats. As much as I hate the Knicks, congrats to them. 53 years.
And I hate the Spurs more than probably any professional sports team. And again, I just want to see a Game 6. At the end of the day, let's take one half step back and go, Jalen freaking Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavericks had him and
Luka.
Mark
Cuban said, "You're not worth the money New York's paying you. Have a good day."
Okay, that the Brunson thing was part of that. They got a mop for Luka.
Yeah.
They got nothing for Jalen Brunson.
And he didn't want to pay him the money the Knicks were willing
and
to
it's
pay.
like, you look at the guy. He's 6'1"-ish, 1-ish.
He doesn't look like he's going to dominate a basketball game.
And yet he had 40. We're watching the game. Watch the whole game.
In Spanish?
Not this time. They actually had the sound.
We were at Native New Yorker after the movie, and somebody complained and goes, "Why do you have it on the Spanish feed?" And the guy goes, "The only way we can watch it."
Yeah. they found Noah, but I'm like, at the end of the game when they gave him the MVP, it's like, and he had 45 points. So like, he had 45 points. The rest of the team had like 49.
I know. He's
How
amazing.
ridiculous is that?
Yeah. Robert says Snake Plissken, great character.
You still aren't.
Escape from New York. Come on, man.
You lost me.
Hey, really quick, Canes won their series. Got the win as well there for them. beat the Knights. I told you last Friday, I said the Knights, the Canes just have their legs. Knights are beat up and lost and stuff like that. So it's not a surprise they won last night as well. The first time they've put the trophy up since 2009, I believe. Ron Brindamore, by the way. First coach in a long time to hoist the trophy up as a player and coach for the same team he played with. And that happened a lot back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, but first time in a long time that's happened. The Carolina Hurricanes entered this season with a 4% chance of winning the Stanley Cup.
Really?
4% chance, yeah, to get there. They were the best team, but the Metropolitan was down this year. That's why people didn't give them a chance. As that series went on, the same situation is what the Spurs ran into. And I'm going to get made fun of for this comment again, like I did last week on Twitter. Thanks, Autumn. But the Knights ran into a team that can just score goals. And they couldn't match it. And they just got tired trying to match it. And that's what happened to the Knights. Plus injuries creeped in and stuff like that. Throw up the Canes tweet for me, Hurricanes. Remember last week when Torch said he's going to leave his clothes there and at the hotel? I'm going to leave my clothes here at the hotel. We'll be back. Carolina Hurricanes retweeted last night. We'll send them to you. Might take a few days, though. A little busy.
Now, see, I enjoy that interaction.
That is hilarious.
That's a really nice job by the Hurricanes X staff.
that is an amazing thing to watch. Yeah, the Canes only lost 3 times in the whole playoffs, just like the Knicks.
So 4% chance. So you're saying what you're really telling me, Steve?
There's a chance.
Vicariously, is that Cardinals have a chance?
I think
Cardinals are less than 4%.
Unless it's 0, unless they're not taking the field, they always have a chance, Dan. Always have a chance. Hey, just really quick, we'll talk more College World Series tomorrow. But today, Oklahoma, Georgia play today. I call it the winner's bracket. Everybody else calls it the double elimination bracket. Whatever. The winner's bracket. Oklahoma, Georgia play today. Alabama, Texas, one of those 2 teams today are going to get eliminated from this tournament.
And say you suck.
Dale, if the SEC was any good, they're only going to have 1 team in the final now, Dale. You want to know why? Because the SEC is so good, Dale. Ole Miss gets eliminated. Oh, yeah, not by the stalwart, the great teams out there. No, they get eliminated by Troy.
Troy might win this damn thing.
I know, they're a threat.
I
think it's North Carolina's tournament to win. They beat West Virginia last night.
Gosh, if an SEC team's not going to win it,
Troy, have it be Troy.
I want it to be Troy.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be fun. But today at 7 p.m. Eastern, you have Oklahoma, Georgia, 2 p.m. Eastern, Alabama, Texas. And that eliminated. Loser goes home, winner goes on. So West Virginia's got Troy up next, but that's a couple days out. So we'll talk more World Series, get you updated on that tomorrow. Your D-backs, Dale.
Steve, real quick.
Yep.
Any kid in the Southeast who's getting recruited by Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, there. LSU.
Listen to the great Ryan Clark.
And decides to go to Troy.
Which is in what state?
Alabama.
I know. That's
what I would love to know.
That tells me they weren't recruited.
If I'm a reporter, whatever, doing this stuff, I'm asking every Troy player, what offers did you get?
Yeah, I guarantee they didn't get it.
Did Alabama offer you? Did Auburn offer you? Did LSU or Georgia offer you?
Wouldn't that be a great final though? Alabama, Troy, battling it out.
I just want to see Troy, and it'll be an SEC. Has to be an SEC team on the other side.
Yeah, but then Dale will be like, yeah, but Troy's in Alabama and SEC countries. They're just as good. It's all SEC this, SEC that.
All you have to do, the World Series Southeast, include Troy, and let's go home.
I lost track here. The Diamondbacks win 2 out of 3. I know they won the series. They won 2 out of 3, right? They lost one of those games.
Yeah.
I lost track. I thought it was a good series. Even yesterday with the rain, they were able to fight back. That's the thing that's infuriating, isn't it? They look like that. They can go beat Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Perdomo's even winning the mascot race yesterday on top of it. That's how well the weekend went for the Diamondbacks. And now you got the Angels in town. Time to dominate and win here. Go on this little winning streak that you got out there.
Think about this weekend with the Reds.
By the way, Gallen was on the mound yesterday and looked good. He's tired of us talking bad about him.
Think about the weekend in Cincinnati. Diamondbacks score 5 runs and 5 runs in their two wins.
And they were 1-run games until late, if I remember correctly, right?
But 2 5-run games, which that's acceptable.
Yes.
The game they lost 2-1.
Yes, with Erod on the mound.
They lost 2-1 with an unbelievable pitching performance.
Yeah.
That's what's frustrating.
Yeah, that's the thing I hate most about baseball.
It's like, oh my goodness. It's interesting because I was watching on Twitter, my former friend, he's still a friend, but he passed away, Bob Welch.
Oh, jeez. Why did I laugh at that before?
Yeah.
Just when you're like former friend. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know
Bob
how to term that. But
I know.
It came up on Twitter. Him against Reggie Jackson in the bottom of the 9th.
Pitcher, if you don't know.
Yeah,
I think of him as an A's pitcher, but I know he played for a bunch of
and won a World Series with Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I didn't realize at the bottom of the 9th there were 2 runners on, and Bob Welch struck out Reggie Jackson in an historic at-bat.
With the Yankees?
With the Yankees. And again, back then there was no pitch clock because the at-bat took 22 minutes. Reggie stepping out of the box and adjusting the jockstrap.
Then he had to foul off 72 pitches.
He did. Just fantastic theater. And so as I watched that, I got to golf with him a lot. We became, I would say, friends.
Bob Welch, of course.
Yes. And he's, Reggie Jackson or whatever.
Right.
But one year,
ASU legend.
1 year, Bob Welch won 27 games.
Mm-hmm.
Went 27-6. Last major league pitcher to win 27 games. Early 90s, something like that. The next year he went 16-14. And he said, Dale, I promise you, I pitched better in the 16-14 year. Because in the 27-6 year, I give up 4, we score 5.
Yeah.
I give up 5, we score 6.
Yeah.
I give up 2, we score 3. And in the 16-14 year, I give up 1, we don't score.
Yeah.
Or I give up 3, we score 2.
Yeah.
And it's just fascinating if you actually sit down and think about that.
They had that problem with Randy Johnson here.
Yeah.
After that World Series year, Randy would go out there and lose games 1-0.
Yeah.
2-0, stuff like that. No, that's why I don't pay attention to win-loss records with pitchers. Is because for a lot of those reasons there. But it's frustrating as all heck, especially when it happens a lot, and it happens a lot with the running to the scorer position type of stuff as well. But you got the Angels in town now for 3, right? Then you got Minnesota coming in after that as well. But home for the Angels, 640, 1240 here coming up. But, you got to give credit here to Zach Gallen yesterday, rebounding. I'm going to call it a rebound. Mm-hmm. In Cincinnati, the humidity, the rain, all of that stuff. Doesn't get the decision, but does pitch a good game yesterday, and everything looked almost like his old self again out there. And that's not a good environment with all the moisture there and the humidity to pitch it from that perspective. So you got to give him credit there as well. Perdomo, I think like he's kind of coming out of it a little bit. But the MLB.com did a thing, MLB team's biggest surprise so far in 2026. Dale, what do you think they said the Diamondbacks player that's the biggest surprise?
The guy that just sent down?
Oh, Waldschmidt? No. Soroka.
Well, you'd say either Soroka or Erod.
See, I would pick Erod over Soroka. I would, but they're right there. It's one of those two guys.
Yeah.
Biggest surprise of the year. Then I would go to those young guys, that are kind of playing well and stuff like that. But an all-star and runner-up and NL Rookie of the Year at the Braves in 2019. People forget how young Soroka is as well. He missed the couple campaigns with a torn Achilles, couple years on that as well. Then the Braves, White Sox, National Cubs did not pitch well with them. But this year he's dominating again for a comeback. So him or Erod, to me, I would agree with that. I just found it interesting they picked Soroka. Because I actually would have leaned Erod before as well.
Well, because I know you're not going to bring him up because you're just counting down the days to where you can rip.
It's not a surprise, man. Seawald. I had Seawald.
You can rip him and do it. You're just counting down the
Dale,
days.
you haven't seen my bedroom. It is a Seawald mecca.
And you better call him Mr. Seawall.
Mr. Seawald.
ERA of 3, another inning pitch, no hits, no runs, strikeout, and a base on balls. 17 saves. I think that makes him 17 for 18, Steve.
Yeah, he's only lost one.
17 of 18, and I'm going to give you the platform. I want you to spend 30 seconds on singing the praises.
We don't have time for that here today, folks. Maybe we'll have time tomorrow for that as well. Because you did bring up, throw up the wild card standings really quick here. See who?
Seawald.
There's the good news. With the way they played in Cincinnati, 2 out of 3, they were able to keep the Reds at bay behind them, which is a big deal. Keep as many teams behind you as possible, but they're one game above 500 for your Arizona Diamondbacks, the 500 team that wants to be out there. We got the Angels coming up here. So, look, you'll be able to go see, I'm pretty sure, what's his name's back in the Angels lineup now. You want to go see him. He's worth the price of admission. That I just completely forgot his name.
What's his name?
The big guy. Holy cow, what is wrong with me at the end of
Come
the show?
on,
Well,
man.
it's only because 2 things here I want to bring up. Torey Lovello got his 700th win as a Diamondbacks manager.
Yeah.
Everybody's celebrating. You know what that means, Dale?
What's that?
He's been here a long time.
Yeah. That's a lot of wins.
He had 20 loss season. He still has 700 wins.
Are you trying to think of the name Mike Trout?
Mike Trout, thank you.
The face of Major League Baseball.
Worth the price of admission. I was trying to remember if he's back or if he's still injured. I grew up an Angels fan. That's where I was born, was right by that area, and I've always been kind of an Angels fan as a kid. And I used to watch their games, good or bad, didn't care. And I've gotten to the point, Dale, where I would rather have a nail shoved deep into my eyeball before I turn on an Angels game on MLB back.
Wow.
It is. An Arizona alum, Artie Moreno, has ruined that franchise and that team.
It's not because he didn't spend money.
It's because he's in Arizona. It's because he went to Arizona. He doesn't know talent. Convinced of it. So congratulations to Torey Lovello, 700th win for him. AJ Puck hurt himself in his rehab assignment. Have to shut him down again.
You were on Twitter. Real quick, Trout has played in 71 of 72 Angel games.
Yeah, he got hit, and I know he came back fairly quick, but I wasn't. I have not followed the Angels. I have not watched an Angel games this year. I think I've watched 2 Angel games all year long. Okay. No desire to support that Arizona alum.
So what you're getting into? So we've lost the stud starting pitcher for the year.
Well, maybe he might be back in September.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's pushed back.
And AJ Puck now.
Yep. And
you were on Twitter this weekend yelling and screaming about the training staff.
I was yelling and
You're doing all caps.
First of all, I was not. Okay, and now I know, Jack Summers, your best follow for Diamondbacks beat writers are the Diamondbacks on SI Guys, folks. The best. But Jack did, I felt almost like I was being attacked by Mr. Summers. Because he's just retweeting all these other fandoms where guys get hurt coming back from rehab, and first comment is, fire the training staff. No, I didn't. I stay out of that stuff.
Okay.
What he is failing to show here is, yes, it happens to every team. 100%. And I haven't done the research. I read his article. I did all this stuff on it. I went that far to do the research. And it happens to every team. Braves are experiencing it right now. And every fan goes, fire the training staff. I'm sorry. And I haven't done such a deep dive on it. So if the Braves had one guy that got re-injured coming off of injury list as a pitcher. One guy. But we've had 2, 3. It happened last year. Happened the year before. Happened the year before. It happens to all teams. I'm not saying it doesn't. But what? They were in their rehab assignments. Everything's going fine. And all of a sudden, whoops. It is an interesting dynamic. What's the easiest way? I say this about the Baltimore Ravens and John Harbaugh. Now you're seeing a wide receiver for the Giants, which Harbaugh's team blows out his Achilles or ACL or something in spring ball. You can't tell me there's something inherent in the program. I'm not saying causes it. but why this continues to happen. We have years of track records of it. That's all I'm saying. And again, it goes back to my thing, Dale. When things, and there's a pattern of things happening, from guys not hitting to injuries on guys coming out of the IL to guys struggling when they come off the IL, change something. Anything. Anything. Change something. They don't do it. And we keep getting the same results. That's my rebuttal to Jack Summers and his group. Is it happens everywhere. But change something because it keeps happening on guys you're supposed to get back. They're ready to come back. They're doing their final stretch of stuff and get re-injured. It's weird that it happens.
Steve, why is Waldschmidt back in AAA batting 260 while your boy, your favorite child, your golden child,
because we got to have Lourdes Gurriel,
Pavin Smith,
and then oh yeah,
Pavin Smith, Pavin frickin' Smith.
Well, I'll tell you why.
He's batting what? He's batting. No,
that's a real number. That's the real number.
He's batting 103.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
103.
Dale, it's gone down since he's been back. It was already atrocious, and now it's worse.
And you're advocating for keeping Pavin Smith up and sending Ryan Schmidt.
The reason why you don't send Pavin Smith down, because he's not an outfielder, and he's a DH. He could be a DH.
He can't. Yeah, well, I can be a DH.
I can. You and I can go up there, put our bat on our shoulder, and probably do well. No, it's because the outfield, because Lourdes Gurriel's an outfielder, so you need to put him down. You're missing the bigger point. You're sitting down again. Now, I will say this. You have an outfield problem right now with the Diamondbacks, but here would be my argument, because Troy's doing well out there now. Yes, Waldschmidt needs everyday at-bats, but would you rather have him or Lourdes Gurriel in your major league lineup right now? Coming back from injury. I'll tell you my answer, Waldschmidt. It's not even close. It's not even close, Dale. What are we doing? That's where I get all fired up. That's the bigger thing. Is who would you rather have in the outfield? That outfield's been doing all right. Now, can you use everyday at-bats to keep working on stuff? Sure. But I tell you this, Lourdes Gurriel comes back and struggled. Now, he started playing better before he got injured again. But he better come back and hit some balls, because people are going to lose their minds if he comes back and struggles. Dale, I'd rather see the young kids. But I heard Jody Jackson in either post-game or pre-game. I was driving her. Oh, it was Friday, because I couldn't watch the game on Apple TV. I refused to buy Apple TV for a few baseball games a year. Refused to. So I was listening to either the post-game or pre-game. I can't remember, on the radio. Jody Jackson said, well, it's tough relying on all these young guys in this lineup. Oh, it's tough relying on them all. Something we got to do.
That's a talking point you got from the team.
Well, of course, because it came from the team early, and Gonzo kind of said something about that as well. Of the bottom half of the lineup puts pressure on the top half of the lineup. This narrative needs to stop. This team has aggression. This team, has all this stuff with these young guys, and we have guys like Pavin Smith still up here. Lourdes Gurriel's coming back. He better play well. People are going to turn on him as well. Just what are we doing, man?
Going 500.
It's like the Diamondbacks. They're like, oh my God, we're 7 games ago, 500. We can't have this. Get back to 500, folks. We'll talk more Diamondbacks tomorrow, hopefully after a victory tonight, Dan.
Got that. World Series, obviously more stuff to talk about. SCA, I thought you might go to San Diego this weekend.
Oh, well, I feel like I'm there with all the huddle messages I'm getting.
I'm this close.
I got to change emails. I got to change my emails on there. I logged in to my email to just because the Rattlers send you all the media stuff and everything, like Thursday or Friday, and I didn't look at it. And you look at it because it also tells you if there's going to be traffic concerns or whatever, So I'm like, oh my God. So yesterday I log in, we're leaving. I'm going to pick Autumn up. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to look at that. So I load up my email on my phone. 8 pages of huddle messages to get to Thursday and Friday. So I feel like I'm in San Diego with them, Dale.
Everything but the ocean breeze.
They're over there with their that's off season 7-on-7.
They're on 7 in San Diego.
And they go to San Diego. Hellestrae. I did see one. I did click on one of them, and it goes, "You misbehave, you're gone."
I was like, you take a bunch of high school kids over, and
I was like, how's he gonna get home though?
Parents,
but his parents have to come over and get him and then go back.
Yep. And Mike and I have many discussions because he likes to bring the whole team. He thinks it's team bonding and all that. But I'm like, there's nothing for the linemen to do.
And a 7-on-7, yeah.
There's nothing except for stand around, and guess what? I don't need to get sleep at night because I'm not playing at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Look sexy on the beach.
It's one position. Well, I guess with your Fitbit, it's not going to be too long before we see Steve wander along. What's that water park on the 60?
Golfland.
Sunspot. Steve in his Speedo.
You'd see the glare. You'd be like, why is the sun moving so fast up and down the side?
I got 120 steps in today.
You know, I might be close to that. I mean, let's compete here. Let's do our step count every day. Let's do our step count here. I'm up to 402 steps as of right now.
Well, that's because you're moving your feet while you're sitting there.
It's a lot of steps from my bedroom to the car in my house. I mean, you have to go through the west wing to the right wing to the. Folks, everybody have a good day. We had a fun Monday. We have more coming your way tomorrow. Come and join us, would you? Everything on demand, TME Media AZ, and over on Rumble. Don't forget the Real Matrix is up from Friday as well. Have fun, everybody. Go watch some college baseball. Alabama, Texas, underway here shortly. Yay! 6:40 D-backs tonight. No championship stuff to talk anymore for a while. Have a good one, everybody.